What is up, Braygang? It's your boy back at it again with another banger. Today we're going to be actually covering some interesting, very interesting things in a form of a podcast. Basically, I want to do these bi-weekly. I think we're well overdue for the second installment and the podcast that is Braygang. What is this exactly? What does this entail? Well, I basically talked to all of my subscribers and stuff, and you guys inform me about your country, the culture, the things that I should look out for, things that a lot of people might not know. And I think it's really cool. If you guys want to be a part of that, there's a link in the description down below that connects you directly to the Discord. Join it, and you can be a part of future podcasts like this. I don't know how long we'll be doing this, probably for a long time. I think I have some ideas for my second channel as far as tying it into this, as far as the international themed kind of thing goes. But yeah, let's go ahead and see exactly what we got going on today. Let me cue this up real quick, guys.
Check.
Okie dokie.
Can you hear me, James?
Yeah. What's up? I can hear you, man.
Yeah. What's up, buddy?
Not much, man. I've been like recording for the last 10 minutes, so I'm gonna have to edit out a lot of this empty space.
Nice. I'm watching your whole videos, the last videos.
Oh, I appreciate it, man. Dude, I actually I was thinking of something. So I actually just watched. You know who Geography Now is?
Yeah.
They just hit 2 million subscribers like a couple days ago. What's up, Nate? How's it going, man?
I'm doing pretty good, James. How you doing?
Pretty good.
How are you doing, Nate?
Just telling him like I just finished watching Geography Now hit like 2 million subs and stuff, and I'm like, damn. I know I talk about sub count and blah 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 a lot. I mean, obviously I'm like obsessing over this shit, but it ties into my second channel. Like I think I want to kind of do something like that, like because obviously people have different channels for different things. I think this one will mainly be like my reaction channel to pretty much everything, and then the second channel will be like me making like commentary videos on different fun facts for different countries. Since right now like the main focus is Germany, I'll probably do like one video a week where I do a very thorough like fun facts about Germany and shit like that I could probably react to on my main channel.
Yeah.
It'll be pretty fucking cool because I looked at it and I'm like, dude, like I could just spend all week finding facts, really interesting things and whatnot, and post a really good video, really thorough video, because I have a nice setup for all of that right now, so why not? And I kind of want to learn more about the world, so kind of like, I don't know, I figured that'd be a good idea. And people like to vibe with it too. People rep their countries hard, so I feel like it's something that everybody can win from, you know? Like it'll be like, I'm still gonna leave the channel name as Braygang, obviously, because I feel like people, it's literally, it's me getting facts from you guys. You guys are gonna give me the facts, and then I just make a video out of it, pretty much, which would be really cool.
Yeah.
So
yeah, it's also like, I feel like once you've lived in a foreign country for a while, you're like, your perspective on the world starts to change like a lot.
Yeah.
Because, it's like, I would describe it as like, because like, I don't know, like some people, there's like stereotypes about like every country and things like that. So like when you come here, then you realize the stereotypes aren't true.
Absolutely.
And then you start to see that like everyone here is the same exact like problems or like needs and worries or whatever. Like people are the same for the country, different countries. You know?
The only thing that's different is the language, pretty much, and part of the culture, but not too much.
Yeah.
I can tell you, I lived 4 years in Mexico, and I can tell you when I came back to Germany, that was really weird. So I'm since last July I'm back to Germany, and I don't feel that doesn't feel the same anymore.
Really?
I feel like I'm the foreigner here in Germany, you know.
Damn, that's crazy, man. Like literally for me, I lived in Korea. That was my first experience out of the country as an adult.
Wow.
I lived in Korea 2 years ago. It was 2018. So 2018 and 2017 actually. I lived in Korea for a full year. So it was like pretty much end of 2017 through like end of 2018. And completely, bro, that was probably the most iconic like moment for me, because people kept saying at the time, like, oh, Trump's gonna get us nuked, Trump, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, what? So obviously I was scared at first, a little bit, but I was also curious because I'm like, man, I love Asia. You know, I love Asia. Like, if anybody knows me, I've watched anime since I was little. The first, funny story, the very first international music I ever listened to ever was anime intros, because I fucked with Full Metal Alchemist's intro so heavy. I literally went on YouTube and looked up like Full Metal Alchemist opening theme 1, 2, 3. I didn't even know like that's how you looked it up, but I did, and like it had the whole like the artist's name, the title, and I'm like, oh shit. So I made a playlist on my iPod at the time, and then Death Note came out obviously later, and I downloaded the whole soundtrack to Death Note, and then other animes, and that's how I got into like international like music, because I'm like, oh dude, this goes hard. And then Samurai Champloo, Nujabes and stuff like that. I'm like, bro, like this goes hard. So people would listen to my music. If we were riding around in the car, they're like, yo, pass me the aux, and like my iPod was hooked up, and they would look at me cross-eyed. They're like, bro, what the hell are they saying? And I'm like, well, I don't know, but it sounds good, you know. So really cool. And I think I told this story a billion times, but the whole idea of me even reacting to international music came from a friend of mine on my old Instagram page, because I still have it as proof. But I made a Dragon Ball Z Instagram account, blah blah blah. I got big. I don't post to it anymore. I think it's losing followers as I speak. It used to have 130,000 followers. Now it has like 120,000 or something like that. But like, you know, when it was pretty big and I would live stream all the time, a lot of my followers were from the UK. They're like, bro, you should react to UK rap. And then I did that, and of course there's some people in the UK that were from Germany, so like, yo, you should react to some German rap. And so I started doing that, and then like, you know, K-pop, whole 9 yards. My whole point is, when I traveled to Korea, everything that people were saying in the States was completely false. Like, people were like worried, like, oh my god, like everybody in Korea is like, you know, they're worried, they're like, you know, their lives are constantly on the line, like, you know, Kim Jong-un's gonna do a backflip and fucking nuke like everything and blah blah blah. Nah, dude, here's what was really going on. So while Fox News and CNN was saying everybody was gonna die and blah blah blah, we're over there getting drunk as fuck. Drunk as fuck, like blind, like blackout shit face. We're like, oh my god, like this shit goes hard, bro. Like, we were clubbing, bro. I could tell you this: Korea has the craziest party scene I've ever seen in my life. Like, if you've been to Vegas, I've never been to Vegas, but I could imagine, like, you know, it's like Vegas times 100. Like, if you were to bar hop Korea, you would die. I promise you would die. Like, you would literally, like, there's like this place, it's called Hongdae, and I'll never forget it, dude, because it's like what I call Korea, bro, is the land of 1,000 New Yorks. It looks like 1,000 New Yorks. Imagine New York with no crime, Chicago with no crime, and that's what Korea is. Yeah. I've never felt more safe. I've never felt more technologically advanced. Bro, they had a washer dryer built in one. I was blown away. I'm like, wow, that makes too much sense. That makes way too much sense. Like, no more do I have to take my clothes from the washer and rotate them to the dryer, even though, you know, it's not that damn complicated, but still, you know, like, I can be lazier and just leave them in there. Like, it does the whole shindig for me. Bro, I was so pressed when I came back to the United States and found out that there was not a single company that had something like that. I was looking at the expensive shit too. I'm like, bro, I will pay $5,000 for a component like that, because I never have to worry about rotating my shit. Like, and the washer and dryer function worked so immaculately, dude. Like, it washed your clothes and it'd be soaking sobbing wet, and it would dry your clothes and not a speck of moisture on your clothes, bro. Perfect. But my whole point is, the culture, dude, is not what people say it is. You're right. You're absolutely right. Like, when you live in another country, you get a global perspective. You realize we're all the same. I know in some videos, in my earlier videos, like me being curious about Germany and stuff like that, people think I have a fetish for Germany. I probably do. I don't know. I ain't gonna lie. I probably do. I don't know. But, you know,
that's absolutely fine, man.
Yeah, I mean, I like it, man. People always message me. They're like, why are you into Germany? Like, they're questioning my loyalty and stuff. I'm like, damn, bro. Like, I mean, what other YouTuber do you know that posts 6 videos on Germany a day? Like, I mean, when you find them, let me know. Because I found, like, my thing is, I'm like, all right, cool. Like, I see No Life Shaq, the American YouTuber, posting like a bunch of videos, and I see like a bunch of other big YouTubers posting like a shitload of videos here in the States all the time. And I'm like, what's something that overseas that nobody's doing right now? I can't name one person overseas that's posting like 4 or 5 videos a day. And it's unnatural. It is unnatural. They're like, what the fuck? Like, they fucking pump in a shit ton of work into one video, and that's it. And I'm like, I want to have a variety of videos, man. I want to have the I don't give a fuck videos where I just talk. I don't have to edit shit. And then I want to have the videos where I do edit, you know? And, you know, it's funny, it's entertaining, because I feel like I have ADD when I edit my videos, man.
But I mean, honestly, it's a healthy addiction, no?
Yeah. Yeah, yeah, I think it's cool. Honestly, to me, I think it's bro, I think I've told everybody too. I mean, and I know people are like, oh, be careful what you put on the internet. And I'm 1,000% aware of what I say on the internet, and I'm ready for anybody to use it against me, because it can't affect me, you know. But I am going through a lot behind the scenes. I think I've told you about it, Nate, already, but and there's more to that story I'll tell you about. I mean, I could tell both of you guys about it. I don't really care, but literally, there's a lot I'm going through behind the scenes, and I feel like the best form of venting for me is doing something that builds myself up a little bit. And I feel like learning about other cultures helps a lot, man. And like sharing that experience with you guys is like amazing, because you guys get to track my progress. You're like, oh, I remember when the dude couldn't say Straßenbande back in the day. He kept saying Straßenband, you know, like, like so like shit like that. Or like, oh yeah, like I remember when he tried to say hello in German and he kept saying Halla, you know, like, you know, like some shit like that. Like, you know, you can track the progress, and I love seeing things like that, and building a community formed around something like that. But I think the people that, okay, so my ex, I'm not gonna get too much into it. I just say the mentality she had was the mentality that a lot of people have. They're very comfortable with where they're at. They stay put, and like they're
the comfort zone. Yeah,
exactly. They're bred to stay in their comfort zone. They don't like moving. They like staying in place. She loved like working a regular job. You know, doesn't want to move, doesn't really want to progress. And I'm like, all right. I mean, and to some people that's good. You know, like that's everybody has different ideals. So I'm like, all right, I rock with that, but I can't be a part of that. It's toxic for me, because I always want to be better. You know, I always want to strive for a better method of improvement for myself, and I want to like help other people as well. So I don't know, like I definitely felt like I could reach a lot higher if I was, you know, by myself, which is why I'm by myself now. So I'm like, you know, I definitely feel like it helped, and I want to continue doing what I'm doing. And I feel like the support I've been getting from all of you guys has been amazing. Like, I think I've been able to learn German way fucking faster because people are very supportive. Like, I get like hundreds of DMs a day, like, hey man, if you ever need any help, hit me up. And I'm like, oh shit. Or like I'll fuck up something in my story on Instagram. I'll say like, oh, like when I posted like mein Freund, and I'm like, hello, meine Freund, and you know, they're like, you just said my friend. I think you meant to say plural, man. And I'm like, oh shit, bro. I had like, I shit you not, I had 50 people in my DMs correct me of that shit. Oh my god damn. My bad.
But what me impressed was you watched the video and the reaction video about InScope 21, the German YouTuber.
Yeah.
He was talking with the girl about stuff, so mostly they were talking about sex and blah, and then about another YouTuber, what she was talking in fan stuff. And then once you said, I don't give up to learn the words, I want to learn the phrases and the parts of the phrases and stuff. And that impressed me, that you have like this that you are so
motivated.
Yeah, exactly. You know, you don't stop and say, oh, that's really complicated, may I try another way to learn? No, you are strictly say, no, I hear I was thinking the whole time, holy shit, that is really boring for James when he don't understand anything. But you're saying like, no, I want to hear and I want to try to understand these phrases. So that was impressive.
No, I appreciate it, man. Like, I was looking at it, and like, I mean, like, there's a million different ways to look at a coin, man. Like,
absolutely.
For instance, I feel like so tying it back into struggling behind the scenes, because I feel like a lot of YouTubers don't talk about it. They like to put on their best face and stuff. Behind the scenes, I've like I said, I've been going through some really, like, probably the most rough shit in my entire life. I think that the second most extreme thing in my entire life, actually, because I think the most extreme thing was when I was in high school, but this is a very close second. I think there's two ways to look at a situation. You can either, victimize yourself and go like, oh, well, I can't do it. I'll try something else, something easier, or you can be persistent because the thing is, bro, I'm not a smart guy. I mean, I'm not embarrassed to say that. Like, it's funny, like, somebody was telling me, like, oh, in Germany, if you fail the driver's test, more than 3 times, they'll like probably deem you retarded and have you like, take a test to make sure you all right. You know what I'm saying? Like, are you challenged? Like, bro, ask me how many times I took the American written driver's test. I don't care if I expose myself right now. I do not care. I will watch this 10 years from now and laugh at what I say right now because I know it's true. Guess how many times I took that shit?
10.
You know what?
Yes. On the money. Yep.
I'm so arrogant. I would say I'm a smart guy, but I tell you one. I made 6 times the exam for the driving license.
Oh, damn.
On the 6th times, I got it.
No, that's dope, man. Like, that's better than me. Like, I literally, bro, I took that shit so much. I took it 10 times. I took the test so many times, bro. But the people knew me by my whole name when I walked into the DMV. They're like, "Oh, it's James Bray. Wow, you're back at it again." I'm like, "Yep, bro. I failed that test so many times. I memorized all the versions to the tests, all of them. They gave me every version they could possibly give me, and I memorized it, dude."
Finally, it just means that you have problems with writtenly or theoretical exams, and not that you're not smart or stuff like that, or about the content or stuff.
True, yeah. I guess it's just different learners because everybody learns very different and stuff. You can't say like, "Oh, I'm morbidly retarded." Like no, literally, it's just different strokes for different folks is what it boils down to, and I completely vibe with that. For me, like the big thing, like I said like earlier, with expanding and stuff, like I said, like the person I was with was very like stagnant. They did not want to move, and I feel like that impacts how you look at people, man, because the biggest thing I notice about it's toxic to me. I think it's toxic, like, and that's why I can't really fully be around people with that mentality. All of my closest friends have left their hometown. All of them have, that's to me, it's almost a subconscious requirement. You have to leave your comfort zone. You have to.
Absolutely.
They've all traveled at least once, so they have a global perspective. Because if you imagine this, imagine living in a small town. I hate small towns, to be honest. I'm living in one right now, but I hate small towns. I hate it because everybody watches the news, they watch the media, and they take everything 100% serious. So that restricts them from doing anything, and then they try to deter other people from doing it. Like, for instance, when I told my grandmother in high school that I wanted to go travel to Germany and Italy, I actually remember having that conversation. That's fucking crazy. Before I even did YouTube, I'm like, yo, like, I want to travel to Germany, I want to travel to Italy. I want to do all these cool things because I want to like meet new people. I felt like I was fitting with my friends. Like I'm not gonna toot my own horn, but I have been very social my whole life. So I had a lot of friends and stuff growing up. Yeah, everybody gets bullied to some degree, but I had a pretty good amount of friends. But my friends would all travel, and I was mad because I couldn't travel with them, And I'm like, I want to travel. I want to see these things. I want to see what my friends keep talking about. They all went to Germany when I was in my sophomore year of high school, and I couldn't go with them because it was my freshman year of high school, and I couldn't go with them because my parents were super strict. They said, like, even though the school was willing to pay for me to go, they're like, we'll just cover his costs. We'll pay for everything, room, board, everything. My parents said no because they didn't feel I was responsible enough. I'm like, I'm being watched by whole adults, man. Like, are you serious? I was so pissed. So I'm like, I will find a way to travel on my own when I get older. I want to make a way for myself. And it's wild, man, because honestly, people, like, obviously, like, my grandmother was telling me, like, and she's always grown up in a small town. She hasn't really moved around a lot. I mean, she probably has traveled a few places, but it's mainly been like, it's not been a lot. It's probably been, it hasn't been out of the country, I can promise you that. She probably traveled to a 2-hour grocery store or some shit and drove back. But she told me, like, oh, you want to travel to Germany? You want to travel to Italy? That's cool. So what happens when you wake up and your kidneys are missing and you're in an ice bath? And I'm like, what?
What the hell?
What? Are you kidding me, bro? She's like, yeah, it's all fun and games until you wake up in a bathtub full of ice cubes and your kidneys are missing. And you're like, doped up on some kind of, heroin or whatever they got over there. And I'm like, what the fuck, man? Like, I was sick to my stomach. I'm like, how can you say something like that? Like, because in my mind, like the perk of living in a city, I grew up in Chicago and stuff. It's super diverse. It is like It's like disgustingly diverse. Like they have everybody, like, any kind of, and disgusting in a good way, you know. Literally, like they have every blend you can think of, bro. I think I hopped on the train one time. I think I was able to identify at least 3 ancestral traits of one person sitting in front of me. He looked Japanese, Irish, and black all together. Had the features of a black person from the nose down. He had the features of an Asian person from the eyes probably around, and then his hair was bright red, bro. Not dyed, bright red. Red eyebrows, red eyelashes, red hair, and then blue eyes. The craziest, bro. It was like somebody went into a Sims custom creation character thing and created their own person and just went ape shit. I'm like, god damn. I've seen wild blends, bro. Like a Russian, like a chick that was third Russian, third Indian, and I think a third. What was the other thing? God damn. It was like Italian or something. But it was the most exotic shit I've ever seen. I'm like, what the fuck? Like, this is beautiful. This is beautiful. There was a neighborhood that I lived in for a little bit, Hyde Park, man. That was like a cesspool of the most intense blends of everybody, bro. Like, it was amazing. It was the most beautiful thing I've ever seen. And I'm like, bro, like, and just what, and I guess at that age, I'm like, we're all the same. We all have the same problems. Like I said, when I had my little infatuation back in the day, I'm still infatuated, but I was more ignorant. I'm like, oh, how do you talk to German girls, or how do you talk to Serbian girls, or how do you talk to Japanese girls? You talk to them all the same, bro. Like, you literally talk to them all the same. I mean, there might be slight differences based on the culture. Like, for instance, Sweden, no offense, but a lot of the guys are very submissive. I guess it's the respectful way of putting it, but it's very submissive. So women are used to guys being very recluse, and they're the dominant ones. They wear the pants in the relationship. So to catch their attention, especially as an American person, it blows their mind when you talk first. You're like, oh, hey, what's up, blah blah blah, like, you know, boisterous and shit. They're like, wow. So I mean, like, you know, and that's actually kind of a trending thing. I think almost, I won't say everywhere, but most places worldwide and stuff, like, you making the first move versus in the country, it's kind of like, you know, either women make the first move, or if you guys just happen to work with each other and something happens, then boom, you miraculously wind up in a relationship, maybe with somebody that you don't really care for too much, but you're like, you know, we're here, it's tradition to stay with them, so cool. Or, you know, better yet, have the parents pick your partner for you. I'm like, oh hell no, man. I wonder how those marriages go. But yeah, all to say, man, I love, like, what I'm doing now, man, because I'm at the very, very beginning, and I'm starting to see how enjoyable this shit's gonna be. Like, I'm planning my first trip, dude. My first solo trip to Germany, man. Like, it's gonna be fucking awesome. I can't wait. Like, I literally can't wait. I talked to my friend for like an hour 2 days ago. I'm probably gonna be staying with him most likely. And he wanted to show me all over Germany, and when I get there. So I'm trying to see if I'm gonna take like a month off for that trip, or a couple weeks. It honestly just depends. If I can stay with him for real, for which he said I could, then I might stay out there for a month and then try to hit up as many spots in Germany as possible and vlog all the time. I think I have to buy like 6 more SD cards, but because of that, I need to be grinding over here heavy, because, like, yeah, it's not a secret. Obviously, everybody does YouTube and stuff for enjoyment, but if you want to make it a career, you have to be on top of your shit. So that's what I'm trying to do now.
Absolutely.
Like, before, I was kind of making shotgun, like, in the air, like, random ass videos, but now I have to really start focusing on what you guys want. I'm like, hey, what do you guys want? That's why I ask you guys, and that's why I have the video ideas text channel. I'm like, yo, tell me what you guys want. It can be like a reaction video. It can be an idea. Somebody gave me the idea of trying out a German restaurant here. That's why I did that shit. And I'm going back. I am going back, because I went there and that was just breakfast that they had. They had a bunch. Did you guys see the video and stuff or not?
I haven't watched it yet, but I was gonna watch it soon.
Oh yeah, it's all good. Like, I mean, you don't have to if you don't want to, but I mean, you're there, so you could actually tell me if, like, both of you guys are there. Actually, you could tell me if the food looks somewhat close to accurate. The place looked authentic, bro. I'm not gonna lie, like, very authentic. It was a hole in the wall restaurant, so like, it was unexpected. The outside of the building looked so regular, bro, until you got to the side where it was decorated with a whole bunch of, like, you know, German stuff, and I'm like, okay, that's cool. It feels very homely, you know. I walked inside and I felt like I was it was like stepping through that closet in Chronicles of Narnia. I'm like, oh my god. This is something else, man. And the food was so authentic. Like, I could smell the authenticity from the front door. Like, it was ridiculous. Because obviously, and you know me, I'm the one that tried to make the currywurst, like, in my video. I'm like, man, like, that my shit looked garbage, to be honest. When I finally saw when I saw the comments, I mean, I ain't gonna lie, I was a little hurt at first. I'm like, damn, like, man, I tried, you know, like, I burnt the bratwurst, bro. Like, and it wasn't even real brats. It was like some Walmart ass brats. I literally got it from Walmart. Walmart bratwurst, and I can't even call them brats, bro. Like, Walmart sausages that people want to say that are brats, but they really aren't. I had an actual brat, because the thing is, people were asking me this too after they watched the video. Like, hey, who runs the restaurant? It's owned by a German couple, so it's this husband and wife that run it. It's a family actually that runs the restaurant, so they cook it. Like, I should have recorded myself talking to her, but I wasn't sure how she would feel with me recording her and stuff like that, because somebody did tell me that German people in general don't really like when you record them, and you know, obviously in general, I'm not sure if this is accurate.
They're really sensible in Germany, especially. We have a law right now since 1 year was really sensible about pictures, so you have to be careful who you record. You have to check that with your cell phone or with your camera, make pictures or videos, and you have to be careful that you don't record the faces from the other people, so that comes from the government.
Fuck.
And because we German, so not me anymore, but the most of the Germans, they are crying for every shit, you know. They are claiming for heavy stuff, and especially when you make a picture, they say, don't make pictures, or why you didn't ask me for pictures, be so polite and ask me to make pictures.
True.
Then everything's good. But they're a little bit like sensible about that.
I kind of figured, because as soon as somebody said that, that's the person who told me actually is a friend of mine. He's actually he's planning on going back to Germany this year as well. And he's like, we could probably, because he has a German girlfriend. They're planning on getting married and stuff like that. I met her. She's actually in one of my vlogs, actually. The public beach interview where I talk to everybody and stuff like that. She's in that video. But
right.
Yeah, she's really cool. She's really cool. She's like, oh, you're that guy that reacts to German rap. Like, yeah. She's like, I actually don't like German rap at all. I'm like, oh, ouch. Okay. Well, nice conversation. But yeah, she's really cool and stuff. But he was telling me, like, you know, obviously be careful out there and stuff like that, because people are really sensitive about like recording and whatnot. So when I walked in the restaurant, I immediately noticed, like, she looked directly at my camera, and I'm like, I don't want to look at bro, I'm a black dude in America, and I hate to pull this stereotype, but after Boot Gang did that bullshit where he walked in the donut shop and stole all this stuff and threw it on the floor and got in trouble, bro, every person with a camera that has dark ass skin in America is suspect. So I went in there and I like just completely revealed myself. I'm like, hey, I pulled her to the side because, you know, she like was very shy. She didn't want to, like, it looked like she didn't want to talk to me. Not just because I knew I had like a camera on me, you know, I had a camera on me with a boom mic on. So like, she just looked like kind of like a little bit flustered a little bit. So I walked up to her and I'm like, hey, just so you know, I'm a YouTuber and stuff like that. Most of my followers are from Germany, and I wanted to try out an authentic German place, and one of my friends told me about this place, and do you mind if I film in here, and blah blah blah. And she completely, like, she's like, yeah, you go ahead, go crazy, you know, like, sat me down, gave me like a table and stuff like that, and kind of explained what they did and whatever. And I'm like, oh, cool. But I kind of figured that she didn't want me to record her, so I didn't even really ask. I just didn't record her. Whenever she left the room, I would, like, you know, get the shots and stuff like that, because I went at a later time when almost nobody was there. Like, I went like pretty much like almost closing hour, and everybody was gone. It was just me in the restaurant, and it was really cool, very very chill, very, like, you know, collected and stuff like that. So the next video I'll make is me going over there for dinner, and they have dessert. It was like Apfelstrudel or something like that is what they got.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Eat it hot with vanilla cream, vanilla ice.
Yes, bro. That's exactly what they had in the menu. And she's like, "Oh my god, well, you should come back. Like, I'm looking forward to seeing you again. Like, you should, like, check out the dinner menu." And I'm like, "Oh my god!" And so before I left, because I kept telling her, like, "Oh yeah, you know, I'm a YouTuber or whatever." I didn't show her my channel because, you know, people can make up anything. And I'm like, "Oh yeah, just so you know, I'm not lying." Like, boom, and I showed her my channel. She's like, "Oh my god, like, it's all German stuff." And I'm like, "Yeah." And she's like, "Oh, you try to pronounce Eichhörnchen." And I'm like, "Yes." I mean, it might not sound like, flawless now, but you should have seen what it sounded like in the beginning. I'm like, Eicherton? What? Eitorten? But
yeah. Do you want to know a fun fact? A fun fact, you said Eichhörnchen and you pronounce that better than me.
Really?
Yeah, because I have a dialect from my place, and that is a Dutch dialect.
Oh shit.
So, and I say Eichhörnchen, more like what can I say? More like shh, more stronger.
Exactly. Yeah.
And I cannot say that soft like you. So you pronounce that better German than me.
Oh fuck. No, thanks, man.
Hey, many people saying, "Hey, can you say that more soft, please?" And I say, "No, it's impossible. It's my dialect. I got born with this." So
it almost sounds like a cat hissing when you guys pronounce like H's and shit. It's like, and I'm like, oh fuck.
Yeah, exactly.
And I'm like, oh
yeah.
fuck.
I like snake.
Yeah, exactly. I'm like, oh fuck. I mean, it sounds silently aggressive, but I rock with that. Yeah. No, but it's cool, man. Like that's the type of, like, it was really cool. Very, 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 like had a very traditional look for the restaurant. And for me, bro, I've reacted, I'm pretty sure, to over like 300 German videos easily. I have 2,000 videos on my channel, and I want to bet that like at least 500 of them are German related right now. At least 500 of them are German related. Yeah. So, there was a few videos of the guys that were traveling around. They went to different restaurants and stuff, and I noticed the structure of how it was set up, and that's exactly what this place reminded me of. It had like the wooden beams, the the vanilla and mahogany colors and stuff everywhere. Very Christmassy looking in a way. You guys damn near have Christmas all like every day. Like, it looks like, as far as the decorations go, and it looks beautiful. And I'm like, damn, man, like, I feel like I'm in like, Game of Thrones or some shit. Like, this is nice. So it was really cool, man. And I'm definitely gonna go back and make another video. The first video did really well, so I'm like, damn, like, this is tight. And I want to go back for more food anyways, because bro, it cost $10, $10 for all you can eat.
It's nothing. I'm
like, what? Bro, I eat like a fucking horse. And I held back. I held back because I'm like, I do not want to eat this poor lady out of her house and home, because obviously there were other people there and stuff like that. I'm like, I'll contain myself. But there was a plate full of schnitzel, and I kind of eyeballed it, and I'm like, listen, man.
Does they have like Jägerschnitzel?
Yes, they do. They do. And I wasn't able to try that. They had like pork schnitzel for breakfast, and then they had, what was the pancake, the potato pancake thing called? Something, fuck, what was it called? Kartoffel? Is it Kartoffel? No, it's not Kartoffel. Is it Kartoffel?
Yeah, Kartoffel.
Kartoffel. Yeah, they had Kartoffel there, and they had, so I had Kartoffel, and bro, I have to go back. I'm gonna make another video, trust me, on that place, because I know, bro, the second I put the first piece of food on my plate, I'm like, I know there's a way to eat this. But I'm gonna fuck it up, because that's what I do best. I'm going to fuck it up.
Definitely. To try the Jägerschnitzel, because that's my absolutely favorite.
Absolutely, bro. They had German beer there, and I didn't try that yet.
Which one?
It starts with an A.
Start with an A.
An A. I think it starts with an A. What's a fucking Avon or something?
I'm not sure, because I'm more of a wine guy myself, so I'm not really sure about beers.
Oh, they definitely have, like, it's authentic, trust me. It is authentic. Like, it looked like, bro, it looks like they typed up the menu in like Word document or something like that. And I'm like, oh, this is lit. I need to find more places like this. And my friend was kind of skeptical taking his girlfriend there because he wasn't sure if it was gonna be like the Americanized German food, like, oh yeah, we have our Walmart bratwurst here and stuff and blah blah blah. And I'm like, oh nah, dude, this shit was all the way authentic. And she had a whole, like, she had lederhosen on and stuff. I'm like, oh, okay. Damn, I was low-key crushing on her a little bit. I'm like, I know she married, so I'm gonna cool it, but damn, like, oh my god.
Hey, definitely, when you come to Germany, you have to try a lot of beer because we have over 5,000 different brands.
Oh, you trying to get me fat, man? Well, that's why. Trust me, I got.
Definitely, man. Definitely.
My friend Christian Kunder, right? Oh damn, I put his whole name on here. I don't care. He give him some clout too. But literally, it's funny. He left high school in my sophomore year. He was in Germany for a year and stuff. And he was skinny. He was like, really, really, he's always been very skinny. But he came back, bro, and he went from like he's like just as tall as me, so he's 6'3", and he weighed 135 pounds before he left. He came back, the man was almost 200 pounds, bro. And I'm like, I couldn't recognize him. I'm like, who is that burly ass dude? He keeps calling my name. Like, huh?
In a bad way or a good way?
Well, he looked like he put on some healthy weight, because before I would always make fun of him, like, dude, you look like a skeleton, like one of those fucking those fucking biology skeletons and stuff. It's like, oh, find the sixth rib from the top or some shit. Like, he looked like one of those things. But now, bro, like, well, I can't say now, he's lost a little bit of weight, but he's putting it back on now. But at the time when he came back, bro, he looked healthy. Like, he looked like a regular person. I almost didn't recognize him. I'm like, who is that? I mean, I could barely recognize him by his voice, and I'm like, God damn. But like, he told me about like his favorite foods in Germany. He drank the beer over there. Like, he loved every aspect about it, man. He's like, yo, you got to go over there, try a currywurst. Like, me and my friends would go out and get that all the time. He said doner is another thing you got to try when you get out there. Like, you have to try that shit. Like, I'm pretty sure I fucked that up too. It's doner.
Yeah, it's actually
that's Turkish food.
Turkish food, Turkish. Yeah. It's Turkish. Yeah, I know it's crazy, man. I kind of low-key messed up a little thing I had going on with this girl out here.
But
man.
You know, there is a fun fact exists about doner. Mm-hmm. So doner is a Turkish food, but just from a Turkish guy who came to Germany and built this food right here.
Oh,
when you go to Turkey, you don't find any restaurant with doner.
Oh, so it's something that he invented in Germany, but he is a Turkish guy. So it's
just
a Turkish
in Germany.
Food. That's funny. That's like a black person making like an original dish in like Spain.
yeah, exactly. Or like Tex-Mex.
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
Chili con carne or stuff like that. You will never find that in Mexico because it's Tex-Mex.
I think the burrito was low-key made in the United States, to be honest.
Exactly the same, yeah.
You know, like, damn, like, that's crazy as fuck. You know what kind of irritates me a little bit, man? So I saw the pizzas that Italy makes, and I'm like, I was a little bit pressed. I'm not gonna lie. I was kind of upset. I'm like, really? Like, you guys don't put cheese on your pizza? I mean, like, and the few speckles of cheese they do put in their pizza are just that, speckles of cheese. They're like, wow, you guys are healthy. I'm like, I want to see that orange, yellow grease dripping down my fucking, like, you know.
The Costco pizza.
Yeah, I want that Costco pizza, man. I want that, like, I want to take a bite and almost have a heart attack. I want to see God every time I take a bite out of that pizza slice, man. I don't want to, like, you know, take a bite and wind up on Men's Health magazine. Like, that's not how this works, man. Like, the way of the American is very interesting. We like to play with our lives a little bit. As you can see, you know, we haven't had a necessarily great KD ratio lately, but I mean, in all seriousness, RIP Kobe. But you know what I'm saying? Like, it's like, as far as food goes, like, our obesity rate's through the roof, and it's ridiculous. But I will say this: it is our choice to eat like this, and I do petition to bring back the supersized McDonald's stuff, because I was mad pressed when they got rid of that. I'm like, all because two fat bitches decided to say like, oh, we blame McDonald's for our obesity. I'm like, I blame your eating habits on your obesity. Like, are you kidding me? I was so pissed. I remember I was 10 years old. My dad would buy me extra large milkshakes, man. Like, because I'm like, yo, I love that shit. I've never been a fat person, dude. I've had a six-pack since I was like 5 years old. Since I was 5 years old. Because my dad had an ab roller in the house. I would use that all the time. When I went to school, they had like ab rollers and stuff in the gym. I would use that all the time because I thought it was fun. I'm like, oh, my car, look at this, vroom, vroom. And I look down, I'm like, oh, I have abs. Oh, holy shit. So since then, I've always had a six-pack, always. But like, but I loved eating unhealthy food, bro. Like, I mean, any kid would, you know? So I'm like, awesome, an extra large milkshake. But you ask, bruh, it's so funny. I'll pull up to any McDonald's. I'm like, can I have an extra large milkshake? They're like, yeah, sure. And they pull out this shot glass. This shot glass, bruh. This tiny little shot glass, a snack cup. And they're like, here you go. I'm like, I paid $5 for this? It's a sample cup. Like, take the large iced tea fucking cups that you have, and I know you guys have it, because if I ask you for an iced tea, that's the only size you give me. I ask you for a small, and you'll give me extra Godzilla large. Like, holy fuck. And if I ask for like a milkshake, you guys will fucking cheap out and give me a taste. Like, oh, here's a little like creamer cup of a milkshake, and I'm like, wow, that fucking sucks. Yeah. So it irritates me a little bit how ironic America can be a little bit. If there's one thing I can change about it, though, I mean, I'm not bashing America all the way, but one thing I can say would help us a lot is if they didn't lie about their prices. And by that I mean put the damn tax inside the price, bro. Like, how hard is that? How hard is that? If I see a MacBook on sale for $199.99, right? I should be buying it for that price. Exactly. I mean, damn. I don't want to have to calculate, you know, like how much tax I have to pay, because that would be cool if the tax rate was the same in every state, but it changes, bruh. Like Illinois has a 10% tax, like Arizona has like a 4% tax or some shit like that, and then Florida has a 12% tax. It's different, and I'm like, I'm not a mathematician. Half of it, I'm 80% of America is mentally challenged, bro. Like at least mathematically. So like, it's not gonna work, chief. Like you gotta, that's why people use credit cards out here. That's why we're like the credit card country and stuff. We let the card do the work for us, and we drive ourselves into like unbelievable debt because we feel like we're using other people's money to buy stuff that we can't afford. And I think it all boils down to something that simple. We can't see the price.
That about tax, that's really crazy. In Germany, for an example, if you want to buy a house in Germany, like you take like 70 quarter meters, the whole house, you know? Or you pay in like a normal city, not like Berlin. Berlin's too much expensive, but in a normal city, you pay like 250,000 euro for a house. So, and then I lived in Mexico, and my wife and me, we bought a house in Mexico. So, and then you have pesos right there, and we paid like 620,000 pesos for the house. So, and that is in euro. And now, hold on your chair. In euros, that 32,000 euro.
Oh my God,
same
dude.
size of a house.
Jesus Christ.
This is like $30,000 for a house. You know?
What the fuck? Holy shit.
I said to my wife, hey, let's do it. Please, where's the pen? I want to sign.
Yeah,
you know?
That's crazy, man. I wish. I think the cheapest house I've seen for sale here in America, like houses were in Arizona. They were like $100,000 on average for the houses and stuff, and you got like a lot of bang for your buck. In fact, the neighborhoods over there aren't even that dangerous. People are like, oh my God, it's so dangerous. I'm like, bruh, literally, it's quiet at night. I don't hear gunshots, okay? So I don't want to hear it. Like Chicago, bruh, was a whole different ball game. We were out. If you were out at night, like expect to hear somebody screaming. Fire alarm or ambulances, police cars are literally 24/7 sounds. If you don't hear them, something's wrong. And gunshots sound like fireworks, so don't ever get them confused, because you know you might look down and see red, and that's not a good sign. So I'm just saying, like, it was definitely different. In fact, one of the things I had to adjust to was the fact of how quiet it was. It was so freakishly quiet at night, like in Arizona. Like I would go to sleep and I'm like, okay, when is Michael Myers gonna come in my room and slit my throat? Like this is too freaking quiet. Like I'm used to hearing people arguing, dogs barking, like, you know, I call them Chicago fireworks and stuff, but you know what it really is. And then of course, like other things, man, like just activity, trains. That's a big thing. I mean, I lived right next to a train station, so always hearing trains go by and stuff. Absolutely nothing, dude. I could hear Mickey and Minnie Mouse fucking pretty much, dude. Like it was that fucking quiet. I'm like, God damn, man, like this is disturbing.
But it is more scary than someone screaming, right?
Yeah. I mean, I feel like it's I would much rather have somebody scream than it be dead silent. I want to hear something. I'm like, all right, that's some human shit, so that's cool. I can choose to ignore that, you know. I'm like, oh, cool, you know. I can go to sleep to somebody screaming, but I can't go to sleep to like pure silence. That shit is creepy to me. I just recently accepted the fact that things are kind of quiet. So, well, I guess I can't really even say that because I go to sleep to Twitch streams. So like, I need something playing, man. Like it's just because I think my senses are heightened when it's quiet as fuck. Like if like the fucking ice machine goes off downstairs, I like wake up and I'm like, and I could literally have not had sleep for the last like 7 days or some shit, and I'll wake up to like the slightest noises, man. Like a piece of paper could fall off the counter in my sleep, and I would wake up and catch it or some shit. Like I'm like, oh, what the fuck? Like Casper's in this bitch. But yeah, man, it's crazy. Like going back to my original point. I know I kind of dragged this out. 100% sorry about that. But it's literally, for me, my big thing is just learning. You know, I want to learn and embrace other cultures and stuff like that. Mainly Germany. Like, that's secretly been my diabolical plan this entire time, and I'm glad it worked. I'm glad it worked, because I saw other communities with like a German fan base, and I'm like, I want that, man. Like, and like, you know, it's funny, I was working at Papa John's the other day, and you know, I told you guys I'm in the Air Force and I work Papa John's. There was this girl that was there, and she pulled me to the side, and she's like, why Germany? And I'm like, excuse me? She's like, why Germany? And I didn't know. I was kind of like, I'm like, first of all, I don't even know this bitch. Like, what? And she's like, why Germany? And she's actually a really cool chick. She's a really cool chick. But she's also in the Air Force. And she happened to watch my channel. I'm like, fuck. And I'm like, and I didn't realize she was in the Air Force, bruh. So of course, my ignorant ass, I'm like, oh yeah, like, you know, I just fucking, you know, I have some friends that live out there, which I definitely do. You know, I plan on traveling, and you know, blah blah blah, whatever. And I guess I did tell her, and it was true. My dad would travel to Germany a lot when I was little, and he could speak fluent German, and I kind of was a little jealous because I couldn't travel with him. I'm like, I want to go to Germany. I want to get away from mom. Mom's always yelling about something, bro. I wake up the wrong way, she starts yelling from another room. Like, how? James! I'm like, oh my lord, shut the fuck up. Well, literally, my dad would, like, he was great escape, man. My dad could just get on a plane flight and be gone, and then come back like 2 months later and talk about all the great times he had. And I'm like, must be nice, man. How am I the one with crow's feet at 5 years old, and you look young and sprightly?
There is one fun fact also. Since I was a kid, I'm a big fan of the United States, and it's not a joke.
Oh, nice. That's dope. Yeah. Like I said,
when I was a kid, I learned everything from the. I grown up with NBA.
Nice.
And so I was all time curious about how is the United States and all the states. I can tell you exactly where all the states are and which states they have and how much states you have. So.
Hell yeah.
I was all time curious since a kid, and then I made it once, and also I wanted to leave my comfort zone, and I made a trip. That was 2012, exactly 2012. I was 31 years old, and I thought, now you want to go to United States, your first time. So I just booked a fly. I didn't book any hotel, nothing else, just the fly.
Yep.
With a case, and then to check where I'm gonna sleep. Right there. And then my father said, oh, no. Are you serious? You want to do? Of course, I want to do that. I make couch surfing or stuff like that. Yeah. That was the best decision ever.
Yo, I swear, bro. It awakens something deep within you, man. I promise you it does. I promise you it does. Because that's when I think you can find your true self. You will never know who you are until you're in an uncomfortable place. And uncomfortable meaning like an unfamiliar place. Like something that's not your comfort zone.
Exactly.
Like,
so unsafe, you know? Not everything is safe right there. You don't know where you are. First of all, I was in Williamsburg.
Yeah, oh yeah.
in a hostel, in a private hostel, you know. So there were two black guys, and next to Williamsburg is directly Crown Heights, you know. Yeah. So gang area. Oh yeah. And I was like, okay. Okay, I'm close. So, and then I was with my luggage and with all my money, with dollars, with $1,000 cash.
Ooh,
you know, to that hostel, full stupid, no credit card because I'm a fucking German. I have no credit card. And I walked there. There were 3 guys, like 16 years old and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And then there was a smash, like a gunshot, like. And I was totally shocked and fuck, what's going on right here? And I want to go in the fucking hospital just because to feel safe.
Yeah.
And then I saw on the street, oh, there's nothing, just the 3 guys, and they are leaving. Oh, okay, you can continue. And then I was searching this hostel, and then I found it, and then I felt me so great. And then for 3 days I slept there, and I was exploring Manhattan and stuff. And then I slept in an apartment from a sports reporter who made pictures from events and stuff.
What?
And he brought me to the Columbus University to a swim event.
That's amazing, bro.
That was, go in a hotel, you don't find anything else.
Yes, I swear, man. I swear, like
it's not a tourism place, you know, in the middle of Harlem.
Yeah.
So you hear in the 90s, no white man can go to Harlem.
Yo, facts,
you know,
man.
but hey, after this sports event, I was alone. I walked the Malcolm X Avenue down till the Central Park.
God damn, you wild, man.
I felt fucking safe there.
Hell yeah, man. That's what I'm saying. Like, that's what I'm saying. That is exactly what I'm talking about, man. Like, nothing. And bro, I am so grateful. Man, I hope I have I live a couple more years at least. I hope, man. I really hope. And if not, then I've lived a pretty like awesome life. But just to say, and I'm only saying I only made that statement because people seem to be dropping like flies because of random life events, bro. Like every time I drive to work, there's these fucking suicidal deer on the road. They like to jump in front of cars and shit. In fact, I hit one last year. And I was fine, obviously. Like I slowed down when I hit it, but it fucked up the whole front of my car. And I'm like, God damn, like that shit sucked. So now the deer seem like they've been, you know, juicing. I mean, whatever Arnold's cycle was, they seem to be taking that shit. So they're roided out deer now. They look twice as big as they were last year, and they're twice as retarded. So they love playing chicken whenever I drive by them, or when I get close, they're like running in the middle of the road. So I have to play like Need for Speed in the middle of the fucking highway, man, and like dodge them and shit. But I feel like one day I might not get lucky. I have a Honda Accord, man, not like a Ferrari. So I might turn into pixie dust one of these days. But in case I don't, I want, and I'm glad I have the conscience to identify that I need to like just appreciate everything around me. I've always been a guy that gets easily impressed. I'm easily impressed. Some people say that's a weakness, and I think that's the most beautiful thing. I think like if you are easily impressed, it's very hard to be disappointed. Very hard to be disappointed, man. Like little things make me happy, man. Like when I bought like a fucking $1 pencil, like buying a number 2 pencil makes me excited because like I'm gonna do it. Like I have another big YouTube idea. People can take it. I don't, bro. Like people are so sketchy with how they like divulge their ideas. Like, oh, I can't tell anybody about this. It's secret. I gotta be the first person to do it. Like, I don't care about that shit. I just do it. You know. I was planning on drawing a picture of Kenosi. And then a separate picture of Montana Black, and then a separate picture of Unga Spill. Like I actually know how to draw, like for real. Like that's something that I put on my channel a while back when it was way small, and the videos always did really well. But I had like 1,000 subs at the time, and then I started doing other things. But I'm gonna bring that back, obviously, and do like another fucking video of me doing that shit. I feel like now that I know how to make thumbnails better and stuff, and way better titles, I think I could probably bring more attention to that side of myself. But I wanted to do some shit like that because I think it'd be really cool, like a time lapse of like me just drawing like a creator from Germany or some shit like that. Because I feel like YouTubers are more popular than actual celebrities, in my opinion. Like people respect them more than actual celebrities because they're people. They're just regular people that are genuinely funny, bro. Whenever I see an actual celebrity on YouTube, I tune the fuck out. I'm like, nope. But if I see a big YouTuber, I'll watch them because that at one point they were where we are. They were like down to earth and stuff. They started up their YouTube channel like anybody else. They grinded it out and they made it to the top. And that's some respectable ass shit, dude. Even if one video blew them to 1 million, you know, like it's respectable that they started at a point where they didn't have a lot of equipment. They were recording off their phone or whatever. It's pretty dope. So yeah. I have a lot of respect for that. But yeah, I wanted to like kind of throw that in there, like do like a sketching video of like some big creators. So I feel like they'll see that and be like, oh my god, like somebody drew me from America. Like what? What? Like some wild shit, man. Yeah. I think it'd be pretty cool at least. But
my little brother does YouTube actually too, but it's like he's been doing it since he was probably like 9 or 8 years old, and now he's like 14. But it's like he doesn't really care how many views he gets. He just posts on there what he wants.
Hell yeah.
I think he has like a little over 600, maybe 700 subs by now.
That's good, man.
And it's like, I don't know, I guess it's like one of his dreams to be a YouTuber. So yeah.
Hell yeah.
It's funny, he posted like one video that randomly got like 60,000 views, but then like none of those people subscribed to him. I'm like, come on, man.
Damn. Well, I kind of learned from trial and error too. People like, I would watch older videos when I first like made my YouTube account ever. Like, I was scared to ask people to subscribe because like there was like a YouTuber that made a video. It was like, one thing that annoys me is when people ask to subscribe to their channel. People like the content, they'll subscribe. What I come to find out is that's not true because I do it myself. I forget to subscribe all the time. And I'm like, oh man, like you know, this video is really cool. But if nobody says don't forget to subscribe, then I forget to subscribe. And I'm like, I like the content. The video is amazing. I forget to like the video too. I forget to hit the bell and I leave. And then when I was, you know, this is the whole truth comes out now. Boom. So this YouTube account that I have now, I've had since 2010. I've started YouTube 3 times. First time it was an animation channel, and I had to shut it down because my parents were not comfortable with me making a YouTube account without their permission. I went behind their back and did it. In fact, that's actually how I got kicked out of my house when I was 14. I was living on the streets for a long ass time. Then I joined the military. Now I'm here. But it was funny because I built that my YouTube channel to 2,000 subs at the time. I was heavily involved in forums. I was privately messaging other YouTubers that did the same thing I did because I was doing animation on Pivot Animation, which was that stick figure animation back in the day. Remember stick figures on Crack 1, 2, and 3? Like I used to do like the same kind of animation. I did animations on Endorphin, the same people who did Grand Theft Auto and Sims and stuff like that. And also Maya as well, the same people that use like that's the same program that people made to do Shrek and other 3D animated films and whatnot. I was really good at it. So I got to 2,000 subs pretty quick, but then my parents found out that I had a YouTube channel because they found like all my files on the main computer. That was the only computer I could use, the family computer, and they deleted all my files. They made me delete my account, and then I got kicked out. And I'm like, damn. And so I joined the military. A couple of years later, I decided to compete in bodybuilding. And of course, when I was competing, or before I was competing, when I was getting ready for my first show, I noticed that all the fitness guys had Instagrams with like 10,000 plus followers. And I only had like 100, bro. 100 followers. I'm like, damn, nobody's gonna know who I am. And I feel like part of being a competitor is having an online presence. So I was looking up how to gain followers in Instagram, how to build up a social presence. So I saw these guys had YouTubes and Instagrams. So I started a YouTube account and I named it James Bray Fitness. The first time my YouTube account was named Prodijames because my friend's like, oh, you're a prodigy at drawing. You should name your account Prodijames. And I'm like, oh, awesome. That sounds pretty cool. So Prodijames was my first name on YouTube, and then I changed it to James Bray Fitness. And I promise you, bro, this is like, I told my friend that year, I'm like, I'm not gonna get any subscribers. Mind you, those 2,000 subs that I had like in 2010, all left. I had like, when I came back to my YouTube channel to look at my sub count, it was like 100 maybe, 100 subs. They were all dead as fuck. So, literally, I came back, I tried to do fitness videos. I'm like, all right, cool. I'm gonna do a whole bunch of posing videos, and it was just me posing in my underwear and then bodybuilding and shit like that and whatever, right? And I like, you know, I'm a big dude. I'm pretty sure I'm gonna get views and stuff, right? Well, I did not know how YouTube works. So I did tell my friend, I'm gonna do YouTube for 1 year and figure this shit out. I wanna figure out how to make thumbnails, titles, tags, all that bullshit. And then I'm gonna delete all my videos and then start from scratch. So that was already the plan. But bro, when I tell you I put 9, 10, maybe 12 hours per video, I literally spent that time making every single video, and I promise you, the highest viewed video was like 200 views. And I was super excited, man. I'm like, yo, like literally every subscriber I got, I think I was averaging 3 subscribers a month. And I'm like, yo, man, look at your boy, man, doing big things. I would always talk about it at work and everything. They're like, oh, your YouTube channel is kind of small. Like, well, we won't shit it in cereal, but we'll let them, you know, be delusional and stuff for a bit. So I'm like, all right. But the thing is, I was also still working out a shit ton. I was partying a lot. But I did post. I posted like 2 or 3 times out of the week. I'm like, cool. Then I got my assignment to Korea. That was a pivotal moment for me because it puts you in your own element. Like I said, when you go to another country, you find out your true self. Like I feel like you discover who you are because you don't have any outside influence. I feel like when you're in your comfort zone, you're around the same people who influence you to be who you are. You're a product of your environment, if you want to go with that, and you are not able to progress as fully as you could possibly progress and stuff. So honestly, when I moved to Korea, I'm like, oh, I have nothing but time. It's just literally me out here. I mean, obviously people that I work with, but you get your own dorm room. In fact, they gave me a room, like an apartment. They gave me my own apartment, like paid up apartment, everything. Like I'm like, damn. So I was in this apartment by myself, and I had nothing but time. So I'm like, you know what? Let me go and do YouTube again and see what I can do with this thing or whatever. So I'm like, you know what? Instead of posting one video every couple days, I'm gonna post 5 videos every day until I hit 1,000 subscribers, and then I'm not gonna stop. So I kept doing that shit, and I guess it worked, man. Like, I don't know. It's just I was very persistent, and I think what the ignition was really my friend telling me that I couldn't do it. He's like, dude, you're not gonna hit. I'm like, yo, how much you wanna bet that I'll hit 100,000 subscribers next year? And I was saying it jokingly. He's like, dude, you'll never hit that number, bro. I promise you, you'll never hit that shit. I'm like, oh, okay.
But do you know why it works? Because you're authentic.
Oh, thanks, man.
No, really, because you know, in your videos, I can watch like easily 5 videos and follow of you, you know, because you're talking about the one thing, then about the next. And for me as a German, is it like an appreciation if someone has so much interesting about my country, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Then also for me as a German, I appreciate what I have when someone from another country appreciate it too.
Absolutely.
Because if not, then all the things are so normally for you that you don't see them. But if a foreigner recognize it, then you realize what you have.
That is
so.
true.
And when you see with what for a passion you make these videos, then it's like, that is a nice feeling. Someone appreciate my country and recognize these things, you know. It was when I was in Mexico, I had the feeling I was a star right there.
Oh,
you know?
yeah,
just
people
because
are like, oh
I
my
was
God.
German.
Yeah.
The Mexicans were like, oh, there is a German, and they were like repeating words and stuff. Mm. They said they drank German beer and they have a Volkswagen car and stuff, and many things about Germany. Can you teach me in German? You know?
Yeah.
And I said, yes, of course I can do, because I'm a teacher and stuff.
That's dope.
And hey, they were like big fans, and I thought I have to sign. I don't know.
That's fucking awesome.
I
feel like that's literally that's what I wanted to go for, man. Like there's there was a lot of things that drove me. Obviously, like my friend telling me that I couldn't do it, and then it became deeper, bro. Because there was like YouTubers before I even like, you know, decided to do YouTube that serious that I watched, and the one thing that I appreciated about all of them was they had a community, and I loved that. What I did not do when I spent those 8 hours per video, I watched all my videos, and I was watching like how to grow on YouTube and blah 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 blah. The one thing that I realized I did not do, and I thought I did, but I was so delusional, and that's why I stopped doing fitness videos, because it just became very arrogant videos, and I subconsciously did that. I didn't realize I was doing that, but it was they were like workout highlights, bro. Nobody's gonna watch you work out if they don't know who you are. Like, what the fuck? I didn't have a description of what I was doing. It was just a cinematic edit of me walking into a gym lifting weights. That was it. And it was like, you know, you get to see a half of a bicep curl for 2 seconds, and then it transitions into a back squat, and then like, you know, 3 seconds to that, and then transitions into bench press, and then a pull up. Like, there's no instruction. If I watched my videos objectively at the end of the year, and I'm like, what am I learning from these videos? Nothing. Am I getting entertained? No, these are boring. I was falling asleep in all my videos, man. Like, I mean, like watching my videos, I was falling asleep, and I'm like, did I have a community? I ain't gonna lie, bro. The alphabet community was pretty heavy in those comments, and I'm like, well.
Exactly. That is sometimes what I was thinking about fitness YouTubers. The same. Yeah. There's just one fitness YouTuber in Germany who I love to watch.
Is it Kevin?
His name is Kevin Wolter.
Yeah. I'm gonna try.
Because he's outstanding. He's like absolutely. He's not arrogant, and it's not focused how he looks like, you know. And he's more like he give also many informations also about someone who starts to make fitness, you know. I'm like Steve Urkel or stuff like that, you know. So, I couldn't make I never could make any fitness video because nobody would believe it when they see me.
People like...
The funny thing was, once I was watching your videos and everyone can see you just from the shoulder up, you know.
Yeah.
And then video on the beach where you shown guys on the beach German music.
Yeah.
And then I thought, what the fuck is going on with James right now? Mutant or stuff like that, because you look so thin in your videos, and then you are on the beach with half naked and the big body, and I was, what? I mean, it makes sense, and it fits, you're a soldier, you make training and stuff, everything is fine and you looks great, but that was in that moment like a shock, like, what?
Like, what the hell?
Yeah. So the shoulders really broad, everything big. I thought, what the hell is that? Is a problem with my monitor stuff?
After the 15th reboot, he realized it wasn't a fluke.
Now they wanted the whole computer in the trash, and I bought a new one, and it was the fucking same result.
In HD.
Yeah.
No, man, like I've always been obsessed with working out, but my friends were telling me, and I should have listened to them from the beginning. They're like, dude, you talk about working out so much, man. Nobody cares about fitness like that. And then I thought about it, man. When I started YouTube again, I'm like, you got to really think about what people care about. Like, because the thing is, what if I break my fucking body, like my entire body? I can't do shit. Then what do I have to offer? Yeah. Fitness tips from a fat person from a chair? Like, nobody's gonna listen to me, man. Like, people, you realize, like, I was looking at the big, bro, to this day, because I'm in this house by myself, I obsess over this stuff, man. Like, I study the biggest YouTubers, and I look at like what they had in the beginning, and I look at where they are now. What the common thing, bro, is they do not do the same thing that they did in the beginning. They do go back and touch on it a little bit, but they've evolved, over time. And when I say that, because like, obviously in the beginning and stuff, like, I'm doing like, whatever, gaming, reactions, whatever. It might be totally different in the future. But the thing is, the one thing that sets everything aside is, let's say you're a gaming YouTuber. People are going to expect you to game. But no matter what game you play, you got a game, I mean, you might be 10 years down the line. Like, you can be as diverse as you want to, as long as you're playing some games. Now, you can throw something else out there, maybe a food challenge or something or whatever. But the reason why people are subscribing to you is because of your gameplay. Like, obviously, I know people are subscribing to me now because of reactions and stuff like that, and just other videos that I'm making that are like just a little bit different, which is cool. But you're adding value. That's the biggest thing. You're adding value of some sort, and that's what people keep coming back.
Yeah.
They keep coming back. And when I was doing the fitness stuff, I wasn't providing any value, bro. And I realized that. I'm like, I had vlog style videos for somebody that was just starting YouTube. You don't make vlogs unless you are already popular. Like Ungespielt, right? Like, I was wondering how he got big in the first place. Or Ungespielt, right? Spielt?
Yeah, Ungespielt, yeah.
Ungespielt, yeah. So Ungespielt, like, yeah, Unga. So like Unga, like basically in the beginning, I'm like, how is he getting so many views per video? Like, how? Like,
I can tell you how. He made a road trip with a longboard from the north of Germany to the south. And every day he was vlogging.
Oh.
With 3 other guys. With here about who you made a video also about
Tanzverbot?
He looks like Chinese.
Not so it's not Tanzverbot. Oh, Julian Bam. Julian Bam, exactly. Yeah.
Then Felix von der Laden and the last one I forgot the name. So these 4 guys, they made a road trip just with a longboard.
Yeah.
Every day they was driving. And then he was so famous just for this trip. So he continued with gaming videos also.
Yeah.
And parallel to this gaming videos, he made other stuff. Right now he's living in Portuguese and make like vegan stuff and all these things. Many reactions also.
Yeah, and that's dope. I think reactions now, like, I'm glad reactions became a thing, because people were already doing that before reactions were a thing. Like, if you watch the video, you're like, yo, bro, you gotta check this out, But now you can do that with somebody overseas. You're like, yo, you gotta check this out. This is fucking dope. Like, blah, blah, blah. And I was telling like the guys that I work with, I'm like, that's why people watch them. They understand why people watch them, because they watch them too. But it's just interesting to see how the internet's evolved and stuff and become this thing.
Absolutely.
And
the thing is also that Simon Unge, he is one of the first in Germany.
That makes sense.
He is one of the roots from the German YouTube scene. So many other YouTubers like Tanzverbot, for an example, or like here, Knossi.
Yeah, Knossi.
They
Yeah.
are from the last season, but Simon Unge is from the exactly first season of the YouTube scene in Germany.
Oh shit. That's crazy. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, I keep seeing these new waves of YouTubers and stuff, and it's almost sad to see like the big YouTubers leave the platform, because I've seen that too. Like, who was the guy? I think it was like Ryan the Electric or some shit like that. And there was another guy, dude. There was another guy. The guy that had like this Arabic dude that had like was playing around with lightsabers and shit back in the day. What was his fucking name? He was like an American YouTuber. I used to watch his shit all the time. I can't believe I forgot his name, but he got off the platform too. A lot of the big YouTubers that blew up to over 10 million subs back in 2011, they left the platform. Like, they all made their money and they left. And I'm like, damn, man.
Yeah.
Like, I miss their content. Like, Leafy is here. I used to watch his stuff all the time because I thought it was funny. Like, you just make fun of people and shit. And I don't know, iDubbbz made a content cop on him, and he like left YouTube. I mean, he left YouTube for other reasons, but he fucking left, and I'm like, damn, bro, like, we needed him. Like, what the fuck? But now there's
it is also, I guess, it's another dimension in United States, like in Germany. For example, of course, how many subscribers you have, the numbers are in America much bigger.
Yeah.
Of course, you have more inhabitants. But the other thing is also about the money you earn in the United States. So much money with YouTube.
Yeah.
In Germany also, but not so much like in US.
Yeah.
So it's more attractive for American guys. And here in Germany, many people do that just for money also.
Yeah.
And many other ones just to be famous. And other ones just because they want to talk with people.
True. Yeah, that's true. Germany, though.
And it's more difficult in Germany to be so famous.
True.
We had one guy, his name is Lucas, but I don't remember exactly his name on YouTube again. But he made one thing with what he made famous in the opposite way. So he went to a club, and the guy on the door, he didn't watch YouTube officially.
Yeah.
So he said to him, "No, you don't come in." And he said, "What? You don't know who I am? I'm Lucas from YouTube." And he said, "Hey, you can be the president of Germany. I don't give a fuck. You can go." So, and then someone else saw that and brought that at the internet.
Damn.
Like a shitstorm, a big shitstorm about. Till it came also in the television in Germany.
Damn.
Yeah. Directly, the reputation is in the trash, you know.
Yeah, I guess like it's funny because now like YouTuber is becoming more of a profession now in the United States. And I think the reason why the US is probably we created YouTube. I mean, obviously we created that shit. So we made the opportunity for everybody else to kind of like be on the platform and stuff like that, which is cool, which is I guess why it makes sense why the highest subscribed channels are here, you know. But I mean for the most part, I guess I'm not well, I guess I can't even say that because PewDiePie is not in the United States, but at one point he was. But you know, obviously he's in the UK, or I think right now he's in the UK, I think, living or whatever. But my whole point is like the company was created here, and then it spread to like all corners of the world. The internet makes us that much closer, and it's cool that this is able to be like you can use this as a profession, bro. I cannot tell you like I think last year at some point I figured like something clicked, and I'm like, oh, this could be like a career. Like it's not just like a hobby. You can really do this as a career. And I'm like, well, I'm passionate about it, because the thing is, I'll put it this way, I've seen people do YouTube for just the money, and it shows, because they burn out completely. They're like, all right, like they'll go months without posting, and you know, you're like, all right, well, I guess that's why you were there. But the people who have been there for a long ass time that genuinely enjoy it, that's what gets people coming back. Like there's a reaction channel here, Tyrone Magnus. Everybody watches his fucking videos because they like, I asked the guys in my work center why they watch him so much, because he doesn't edit his videos at all, which is fine. No green screen, no nothing. Like it's just him sitting in his room with a foggy camera, just watching like videos with his wife, or no, his girlfriend or whatever. And he has 8,000 videos on his YouTube channel. But his community is so tight, bro, because they said that they feel like they've grown up with him. Like from the time he was on YouTube to this point, they're like, bro, like we've been watching his videos for forever. So every video he posts, it doesn't matter what it is, we watch it. And I'm like, bro, I want a community like that. That's dope. And that's the biggest key word, man. community. I want that shit. And I feel like people forget that. Like, bro, especially now in America, I can't tell you how many 16-year-old kids I know that have over like 1 million subscribers, making a shit ton of money with like not a strong community. Like, they make a shit ton of money, bro, but people aren't really quick to like rep them, you know. They're not, oh yeah, blah blah blah, like whatever. Like, I want to, and I feel like if you build your community from the beginning, then people have more respect for you when you do make it to the top, which is why I'm like, you know, I should probably make a Discord. I should make a Discord so I can talk to people and stuff, and like, you know, really like get to know my people, like the people that are like, you know, subscribed and stuff to me, because that's something I've always wanted to do, man. Like, I feel like big YouTubers and stuff, and like big people in general, even celebrities, feel like they're too good to talk to any of their followers, and I'm like, you should never feel like you're too good for any of that, because this can get taken away in a heartbeat. Like, trust me, that 3-strike thing put me in place. And the thing is, before then I was already humble, but I got like 10 times more humble when I got 3 strikes. I'm like, god damn. But then I realized, like, it doesn't even matter if, like, let's say every video you make is 1,000% off the top of the dome, people are going to come for your channel eventually, and you have to figure out how to defend yourself when the time comes. So I figured that out, and I'm glad, like, I can defend myself no matter what happens now, thanks to a few people that helped behind the scenes, because that was scary as fuck, not gonna lie. But my whole point, to tie all this to what I was talking about originally, I'm grinding a lot harder right now, because I want to provide, like, I ask everybody, I'll even ask you guys at the end of this, like, what is something that you guys would like to see that you haven't seen from me, or is there something you would like me to check out? I ask everybody, bro. Like, I'll be in the Discord, I'll pull people to the side randomly, I'll message random people, and I'm like, yo, like they're like, because like I told you, I get like I think at least 100 new DMs a day, right? And I'll respond to, not all of them, but some of them, and I'm like, hey man, how's it going, blah blah. What would you like to see on the channel? Like, you like, how long you been, like, I don't even ask them how long they've been watching it, but I'm like, yo, like thank you for, like, you know, supporting and stuff like that. What would you like to see? And then they'll give me some advice, some tips, and I'm like, cool, I'll incorporate that. And I like that shit, man, because like before, bro, I remember when I would try to ask people for feedback and nobody commented anything. Like, yo, leave a comment down below, and I'd look and it'd be like 5 weeks later, dry as fuck, 0 comments. And then I felt so lonely, I went on another Google account and commented on my own video. Like, keep pushing, bro. When you're biggest supporters.
Well, I can tell you what I guess what the most wants to see is that you are walking through Germany and make videos right from there.
Yo, yes, that is the big. That's what I'm planning.
The other thing, what maybe can also be interesting, so I would watch this too, if you interview Germans who are living in US, you know.
Yes.
Like in an interview way, but not like the idea in Discord or stuff. No, like in person.
In person, yeah,
you know?
Yeah, for sure. And that I was trying to think of a lot of things I can do in the States since I'm here. Obviously, like, you got to work with what you have, and there's a lot, bro. There's somebody here's got to be German. Like, I know that for a fact. I know like a bunch of people that are out here in Florida that are Serbian, so I know like there's got to be some Germans out here somewhere, and I'm gonna queue that up for sure. But that's a good ass idea. That's why I'm like, you know what? I'll like. I think I was telling somebody else like the other day, and they didn't have a problem with it. I had like a big like podcast thing a week ago that I filmed, but I can't even post it because my camera was freaking out the whole time. So I'm like, damn, that was a good conversation too. But yeah, like, I'll put ads in my videos. I know, like, you know, every YouTuber does that shit, and I feel like it's more acceptable now because the fans understand, like, hey, like, if you can't donate, then they have to do that shit. Like, they have to, like, that's how you feed yourself a little bit, you know, and that's how you're able to do more things for your channel. Mr. Beast does that shit. PewDiePie puts like 6 or 7 ads per video, and people understand. I respect that shit. Like, I remember, and it's funny because if you look at like the YouTubers before 2014, people would do that shit and everybody would freak out. They're like, why are you doing this? Don't do that shit to us, blah blah blah. But then as time went on and people kept seeing, like, the YouTubers themselves were making videos and like, yo, YouTube is blocking my like this, or somebody's blocking this stream of income for me, or oh, like my donation button thing got, like, you know, blocked or hacked or whatever. So like, I'm putting more ads on my videos. Hopefully you guys don't mind, but boom, that's basically how you're able to do these things. So I'm fortunate enough to where I hope I hope by August I have like, well, before then obviously, because I have to buy the tickets in advance. But before August, I can buy some plane tickets and go out there and actually film vlogs for a while. I'm trying to like get my funds together and travel out there. I have a few friends that are going to be traveling with me when I'm in Germany, and I want to try to do some pretty wild things when I'm out there. Not to get in trouble.
I can tell you something. I see right now in your list right here that you made a video about Cologne.
Yeah.
I didn't watch that video yet, but Cologne is really close to me. That's like 30 minutes highway.
Oh, nice.
So I can invite you and your friends to stay in my town right here, and then we can watch together Cologne and my town. My town is really old, also directly on the borderline to Netherlands and Belgium.
Nice. That would be dope,
so
man.
Then we can make trips to Netherlands and Belgium, and also to Cologne and some other places if you like.
Hell yeah, man. I'm game. Like I'm gunning. Like how you said you like fucking just bought the plane ticket and went. I'm doing that shit this year, man. Obviously I have to get it, approved from my leadership, but they're encouraging us to do like things that are going to help us be happy pretty much, because morale has been, kind of all over the place lately, not in the highest of spirits. They're like, you know what, you guys like, do what you're supposed to do. We'll let you guys, go travel to go to Orlando, go to Disney World, like and stuff like, if you want to take your vacation days, we won't give you any pushback, just let us know, and like, we'll make sure that you can go do what you got to do. So I think I have like almost 70 days, bro. 70 vacation days. So
nice.
I'm going to use 30 of them for sure to go and travel to Germany for sure. I want to do that. Like if it's not 30 days, then it'll probably at least be 15. But bro, like when I tell you, like I'm trying to get all my ducks in a row this year, I'm trying to get all of them in a row so I can buy more SD cards. I can buy like, more equipment, and I don't need a lot of equipment. I already have most of what I need. I just probably need to get better batteries now because my batteries die fast as fuck now on my camera. It's probably time like for me to get like brand new batteries for my Sony camera and stuff. But
by the way, from your smoke detector too.
It's been beeping this entire conversation.
Fucking noise of your smoke detector just because the battery is so fucking low.
Well, remember these moments, guys.
Just never put the batteries back in it as like a meme.
Yo, exactly. That's I keep it as a gimmick. That's the same reason why I haven't deleted one of the videos off my channel where I fell asleep during one of my reactions. Bro, I was reacting to a Geography Now video, and bro, it was like 4 a.m, and I started recording the videos at like, what time was it? I started recording the videos at like 11 p.m. and I was like on my 20th video, bro. 20th video, because I was trying to pre-record them. And that video, man, I was so tired. I had no idea I was falling asleep either. I just knew that I kept waking up and the guy was still talking. I'm like, oh yeah. I was trying so hard to comment, man, on what I was seeing. And I did on what I saw when I woke up, but then I would fall back to sleep. And it was so bad, bro. Like, it wasn't even like, oh, his eyes are kind of closing. Like, my head was bouncing off of my pop filter. Like, bouncing off of my pop filter. And I'm like, God damn. So I called my friend later on that morning and stuff because it was like a weekend, and I'm like, bro, like there's this video, man, I'm kind of scared, I don't want to post it, people might make fun of me. And it's like, nah dude, post that shit's funny as fuck. So I posted it. Obviously I got some hate, but I got a lot of laughs and stuff. People were like they're like oh, he fell asleep at all these timestamps. Bro, it was like fucking 7 timestamps in a 20-minute video of me falling asleep. Like, really fucking bad. That's my most disliked video too. I looked at it and it has like, I think it has like 3,000 dislikes and like 1,000 likes. They're like, you disrespectful piece of shit, why would you fall asleep during it? Don't record it when you're tired. And I'm like, I didn't know I was tired until I was knocked out. Then you know me, I'm stubborn, bro. So I'm like, oh, I'm not tired, I'll keep making the video. And then again, like 7 more times I was knocked out. Like, god damn. So yeah, in case you want to do some research and see that for yourself, I would just watch that as a meme. I left it up there as a meme. Like, if somebody wanted to make meme material and stuff, like, they can go ahead and use that shit, because I thought that shit was hilarious. If I'm ever like down in spirits, I'll watch that shit. But kind of going back to what we were talking about earlier, man. Like I definitely want to save up some funds. My financial situation this year, I'm not gonna lie, is gonna be a little bit more rough, but bro, I literally, the whole moral of the story that I was talking about earlier, I never really got to because I kept jumping all over the place, but it all ties together. Is pressure makes diamonds, and I know it sounds very cringe and like, you know, cliche, but it's true. I feel like hard times breed strong people and easy times breed weak people. If you don't go through anything harsh in your life, bro, you'll be a weak piece of shit. You know, seriously, like it's the first tough thing that comes your way. Think about it. Most people who go through their first rough patch don't handle it the best. They don't. Like, we make big mistakes. Like, we might lash out, we might make something that can mess us up for a little bit, but I think what people tend to forget, especially in this generation of instant gratification and, you know, the art of perfection on Instagram and stuff like that, the Instagram era, I'll call it, is you can change. You are capable of change. That is what humans are designed around. Like, we learn from our mistakes, we move on. That's what's a part of life. But people think that, like, oh, I didn't become famous on SoundCloud at 14 years old, my life is over. I'm like, bruh, are you serious? I mean, yeah, it's cool. People can blow up really fast on the internet. People can blow up fast doing whatever now. I mean, now that we have the internet, that's expedited your footprint, your economic footprint, like substantially. But people tend to forget there has always been a process. Like, normally it takes a long time to build yourself up to a powerful position. And people are seeing everybody around them, or these people that displayed on social media, achieving their goals at incredibly young ages, buying all these nice cars, doing these nice things, and they sell themselves short, and they kind of just like complain and sit there like, oh, the rich have all the money and blah blah blah. I'm like, do you know how they were rich? Remember all those days you were partying when you were a kid and, like, you are a young dude in like your 20s and stuff, and you didn't do shit? Well, what? Remember when you try to call that friend that is now a millionaire and he never picked up your calls, and he was never on social media like that, or he never really was on like an Xbox or PlayStation? Well, that guy was grinding. He worked like 4 jobs. He paid down all of his debt. He made the right connections. He pretty much gave away his younger years, like the most permeable years of your life where you can take the most bullshit. He used that to his advantage, and now he's sitting on a pile of money. Like, I mean, of like accolades that he's achieved for himself. And yes, money can't buy happiness, but it can stand as an accolade for yourself of, okay, I am capable of achieving anything. Like, okay, cool, like, you worked hard and now you're here, and it humbles yourself, you know, like, it wasn't handed to you. Like, I tell this story all the time. Like, my uncle, I used to work with him when I was younger. He's a handyman. He did like fucking construction. He had a moving company, anything you can think of, carpentry, all that shit. I did that with him when I was 10. I worked, bro, like on average 18 to 20 hour days with him during the summertime. And I was 10 years old. Literally, bro, I only got paid $25 for that.
What the hell?
Yes, $25 for 18 to 20 hours of work. Now, yeah, we can all yell at the guy, like, bro, that's child labor. Like, what the fuck? Yeah, like, that's kind of illegal. But listen, there's another way to
out of that bitch if I was getting paid $25 for 20 hours.
$1, bro. I'm pretty sure like people in the Philippines get paid more than that. No, literally, man, it's crazy because I tell that story because I babysat for my friend's parents. They paid me $100 an hour. $100 an hour to babysit their son. I promise you, as fast as I got that money, it was gone. But the $25 I earned busting my ass and working with my uncle, I kept that shit locked the fuck up. Like, nobody was touching that shit. Like, that was like my blood, sweat, and tears. In fact, every time I came home, which is probably why I don't get along with I haven't talked to my mom in like, I think like almost 10 years, bro. But literally, like, I would come home and she would always, like, you know, hey, give me your money so I can go put it in your savings account. Bro, she was using that shit to pay bills. And I'm like, what, bro? Like, are you serious? But she told me that she was keeping it in a savings account for myself. You know, I'm like, all right, cool. Like, but I did not trust anybody, not even her with my money, because I worked my ass off for that, bro. Like, I mean, granted, like my uncle did pay for all the meals that I ate that day. Like you can't work 20 hours without eating, so we would stop by like, you know, Burger King or McDonald's or whatever 3 times throughout the time that we were working. And we would take like, you know, breaks where we just eat, and then we go back to work and work hard, bro. I was getting buff, like literally like doing all the work with him, like just purely working with him, because it was all labor work. But because I was working that hard, bro, like I was able to effectively save my money, and I became like, I guess what most people would call frugal and stuff. I was watching like what I was spending, and I don't know, I became really good with it. Now I'm in a point where, you know, obviously I'm an adult, so we have like other bills we kind of accrue over time. I have to pay down my car and shit, so that's kind of, you know, it's a little problem. But all to say, like, I think I'm in a much better position going through that, and I have a much more like conscious, appreciative mind because I went through that shit, you know. And I feel like if I didn't go through that, bro, I would be lackadaisical, because I remember what I was like before all of that. Before I had pressure applied to my life, dude, I was very carefree, nonchalant. Nothing mattered. I had no motivation to really do anything. I had no motivation to get good grades. I had no motivation to make a lot of money at all. I was a kid, so you don't really have to have a lot of motivation for that. But no motivation to do chores, no motivation to do anything. I just wanted to play video games and sleep. And that was it. Like literally it. That was the full extent of me. I had no plans for myself at all. Like I said, once again, I'm a kid. You shouldn't really be thinking about things like this as a kid. But just I remember what the feeling was like. And as I got older and stuff, I was starting to I was wondering, like, bro, like, where am I gonna wind up when I'm an adult? How am I gonna get a house? How am I gonna get a car? Like, where's the money gonna come from to buy a house and a car? Like, I don't know, like, any of these things. Like, I need to figure this shit out. And I was the older I got, the more freaked out I was getting. And life event happened. I got kicked out at 14, and that shit helped a lot, because it put me on my, bro, like I was on like survival mode for a long time. Like a long time. I was like, yeah, how you're saying couch surfing, bro? I did that shit for 4 years. 4 years. 4 years of couch surfing, man. Actually, technically 3 years of couch surfing, because I joined the military at 17. And then, yeah, bro, like since then I've been like really good. I've been really good. And it's a blessing. I don't take any of it for granted. But all that to say, man, I definitely want to use what I have now to give back. And one of the biggest things, like you said, now, like, oh, what would be interesting is traveling to Germany. I'm like, it's time to do it, man. It's time to do it. Better now than never, you know. Like, I want to do that shit, because I feel like I can, because it would be so cool, even for me, like seeing like just me starting like reacting to all these, like, you know, artists and stuff from Germany, and then like fun fact videos, and then making my own fun fact videos, and then like teaching myself how to speak German, and then actually being in, it's like a journey, man. Like it's like different chapters of like a fucking series almost. You're like, oh shit, like, yeah, now he's there. Which is crazy. I think that'll be awesome, man. I can't wait. I cannot wait.
Big compliment to you how you made your way.
Oh yeah, I appreciate it, man. Yeah,
but it's which people impress me also really much, who are for me like not they are like not idols, no heroes, no, it's like people who impress me really much are homeless people.
Yes,
because if someone knows how to survive, than homeless people.
Yes, bro.
I have a guy here in my town. Since I'm a kid, he was all time on the streets. He was sleeping on the streets, and it doesn't matter. 10 years, 20 years, he's not thin. He's still alive yet. You know?
Oh shit!
And that is the toughest way to survive, to live on the streets.
Yeah.
But he did it, and many other people also in all countries. And you know, like in Germany, for example, is different, like in Mexico or somewhere else, or in Colombia or stuff, because here is cold also. Mm-hmm. You know, or in the United States also, in many states it's really cold. Mm-hmm. To survive right there is tough. You know?
Absolutely.
So.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's crazy, man. I feel like I said, like those hard times will make you or break you. Like I see people who cave, and like obviously like living in Chicago, bro, like I saw homeless people literally all the time, and I'm like, bro, why don't you just like, you know, stay somewhere? I mean, like you can like maybe under a bridge for a little bit, and then apply for jobs, like take a shower in a sink or some shit. That's what I was doing for a while, Dan. Like take a shower in a sink, fucking clean yourself up, and then go in every day. You have nothing but time on your hands when you're homeless. Like if you're motivated, you won't be homeless for long. You know, like you might be homeless for a while, but not for long. Like apply for jobs, you'll land something. Something will pay you, and then save up your coin. Rock that little bridge you were, staying under or whatever. Open yourself up a bank account so you don't have to keep the cash on you and get that shit stolen while you're sleeping, And then, but I guess to get a bank account, you have to have a physical address. So you might have to like make some friends or some shit. But still, try to open up a bank account, work yourself a little job, whatever, when you can save up some money, then move into a very fucking cheap apartment, man, and then build yourself up. And I don't know, man. I feel like I can't not work hard. Like I have to work hard at something. I've always been like, that's why I work out a lot, man. I work out a lot because I think it's like a representation of who you are as a person. Like when you look at somebody's body, you can instantly tell like, all right, they work hard at something. Like I'm not saying people who don't work out don't work hard. I'm just saying like for me in my head, if I look at my body and I'm like, oh wow, like I'm like in really good shape, it's a reflection of how I conduct myself. Like I make time for fitness no matter what. Like, I mean, how is he posting 5 videos a day, working a pizza job and in the military and stuff, like, and going to the gym? How is he going to the gym doing those fucking things? Like I would have no time. How is he sleeping? How is he managing to eat on time? Like how is he taking care of like such and such a people? Like how? Like you make time for that shit, and it's easier said than done. Trust me, it is easier said than done. But it pays off, man. It pays off. But yeah, like I said, I'm definitely gonna travel out to Germany, and my target goal is August. I'm trying to make it to August and stuff. Mainly because plane tickets seem to be the cheapest in August, and I think my friends like like if you fly out in August and stuff, I'm thinking about flying into the Frankfurt airport and stuff like that. I'll probably like give a date. Honestly, I know people are sketched about that, like oh yeah, don't drop exactly when you'll be there. I honestly don't give a fuck, dude. I don't care. I'm like, yo, come Martin Luther King my ass up in there, bro. I don't care. Like, do what you got to do, chief. Like, but this is where I'm gonna be at this time.
I had a question. I thought you said earlier that you were thinking about coming on like April or May, didn't you?
Yeah, I did. Yeah, I changed. I explained that in like a older live stream and stuff. Financial situation definitely changed very recently, so I don't have the funds to travel that soon. I have to save up. Oh, yeah, giving myself yeah. I have a newly acquired financial obligation now, which is fine.
I see.
But because I have to do that now, it's kind of put a dent in a lot of things. In fact, that financial obligation is going to affect a lot of what happens this year. But that's why I'm going hard here, because I have faith in this, man. I do. And I want to, I want YouTube and everything and all the stuff I'm doing to really work out in the future, and I'm not gonna give up. I don't care if it takes me 20 years, bro. I will grind until I can't move anymore.
Yeah.
But that one thing I am doing for sure is traveling out to Germany this year. No matter what, man, I'm gonna try to make that happen. Unless something fucking freaky happens where I literally can't, and I'm like, okay, well, my hand is forced, guys. I wanted to travel, but I can't, which would break my damn heart. I'm gonna try to make it happen, bro.
I just want to. Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Oh yeah, what were you saying? Was it?
Well, I was just gonna say that I respect like how much like hard shit that you've gone through, because like I don't know, like for me it was like I never went through anything, definitely nothing that hard. Like I grew up in like a really good family, and like my parents actually recently got divorced, but they weren't actually like fighting or anything, so that wasn't even that hard for me. I got over it in like 2 days. I was like, because they're like still friends and stuff. Mm-hmm. And it sounds like you just like gone through like so much stuff your whole life, and it almost feels almost like, I don't know, like it makes you grow up faster when you have all those experiences. Yeah. Like when you're really, really young, and it almost feels like compared to like you, I've had like none of those like crazy experiences, like getting kicked out of the house when I'm 14. So it almost feels like you've like I was like cheated of something. It's like I should have been like learning like all these hard lessons earlier in my life too, but it's like I couldn't have because I didn't get kicked out of the house when I was 14.
No, it's
you know what I'm saying? Like, it's kind of just like fate. Like, I didn't have any control over that. Like,
yeah, of course, yeah. You only worry about the things that you can control. Like, obviously, I don't wish this on anybody. I just feel like that's the positive of looking at this. The negative, like, because they're obviously like I basically just explained like obviously how I was able to get through all that and how I overcame it, because I know a lot of people in my situation. I knew other people that were in similar situations of mine, dude, and like a lot of them right now, and I'm a 24-year-old dude, are strung out on drugs because they literally just gave up. They gave up. They like, yo, like they didn't make the effort, and it's hard. Trust me, bro. Like, the number one thing that I felt when I got kicked out was fear. I was afraid for my life, bro. Like, that shit changes you. Like, I can't even really describe. That shit changes you, bro. Like, I literally, like, I don't know. I was afraid of everything, bro. Like, I was in panic mode. I was like desperate, so I did everything in my power to make sure that I was on the cleanest whistle possible, bro. I made sure my grades were straight. In fact, bro, I dropped out of school to get a GED, so I can like just get high school over with. I'm like, all right, cool. I need to be working. I need to make. I mean, cool. High school is great and everything, but people have families and I don't. So I need to fucking man up and get a job, bro. Like, I have to get a job. I have to find something to make this happen. But it's crazy, bro. Like, I literally, like, that state of fear it was almost paranoia. So like, that was the negative aspect, because bro, I literally questioned everything. I had a thorough plan for every situation I was in, including people I dated. If I dated anybody, bro, I'm like, this person's gonna probably stab me in my back eventually. I'm gonna get comfortable with them. They're gonna fucking screw me over. So in the event that they do this, and this is like upon like, you know, becoming exclusive, I'm like, what do I do if they decide to stab me in the back? And like, you know, obviously you should never really think like that, but at the same time, if you do think like that, let's say nothing happens, then you don't have to do anything. But if you do think like that, now you're covered. So I would, like, it sounds messed up, man, but I would almost grieve in advance.
You know, with what I survived myself with phrases. No, I'm not poetic or stuff like that, but there are some phrases what guide me all the time.
Yeah.
Know, for
like motivation.
The one was, if you want to do something, you're gonna find a way.
Yes, I swear.
If you don't want to do something, you find an apologize.
Yes, you'll find like an excuse and shit. Like, oh yeah, I can't do it. I'm sorry. Blah blah blah. Like.
And another one was, it doesn't matter what happened. Force it with a smile, because positive mood is like an addiction, you know, and like a virus. You know? So stay positive, and the people are positive to you.
Yo, yeah, absolutely.
Be grateful, and the people are grateful to you, and then you have open doors, you know.
Yes.
And another one also was, if close behind you a door, in front of you open the next. So you have just to go through it. So, and now I'm 38. I'm working in a refugees dormitory, and I see guys, they are between 14 and 18 years old, and I'm living with them. I'm not living with them, but I'm working with them. So, and when I see what they had for a way, you know, they came from Africa or from Afghanistan and are living in Germany right now. And they're like 14 years old or stuff, and you're thinking like, hey man, that is not a problem. What they have is a problem. So be grateful what you have.
Yeah.
You know, that is what I said every day to myself when I'm at work, you know.
Absolutely.
And hey, the whole world is ours. So we have so much opportunities. We have just to open our eyes to detect them.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Like, I completely agree with what you said, man. Like, obviously, like, you have to make a way. It's so simple, man. Like, you have to, like, people like, and that's what I'm saying, like, you know, all this, like me getting kicked down, blah blah blah. This wasn't like a woe is me story. It's almost like it's an eye opener, because bro, just as much good came from the situation, some bad was coming from that situation too. And I knew, like, bad was like right up on my back. Like, it's like, listen, if you stumble up and mess up at all, like, you're damn near close to screwed. I mean, you can always recover, but you got to make sure you walk that fine line, so you because it's very easy, bro. People get addicted to drinking and smoking crack and stuff like that just by chance. Like, imagine like a stressful situation, a semi-stressful situation. People are real quick like, oh my God, I'm going through hardship, I gotta drink. I'm like, what?
Yeah.
Are you kidding me, bro? Oh, hell no. Hell no. Bro.
Refugees of their own life.
Exactly, bro. So I'll tell you this, like, funny, like, real quick story. So basically, like, the situation I'm in right now, the second it got initiated, right, the situation popped off. I was like, I'm not gonna lie, I was a little depressed for a little bit. I was in my head. I was definitely depressed. I had like these negative thoughts and stuff like that. And I'm like, man, this sucks. But then I'm like, bro, like, I am not my thoughts. I am not my thoughts at all. Like, yo, like, I would start laughing when I would have like fucked up dreams and shit. And I'm like, yo, this is dumb. But then, like, what was crazy, man, is I had an absolute low point. My absolute low point, I'm not afraid to admit it because, you know, it's whatever. I went to Walmart one day and it was just me. I was on vacation and stuff at the time. And I bought about a bottle of vodka, dude. I bought a bottle of vodka. And I'm like, dude, I'm gonna just drink this and fucking listen to some music and just vibe. And then I thought about it when I was in, because I bought it, you know, when it was in my car, and I got home and I put it on the counter. And I'm like, have you ever drank before? Yes, but when you drink, where like, how often do you drink? And I'm like, well, once every 2 years probably. Like, I don't drink very often at all. And I'm like, why? And have you ever gone out of your way to buy alcohol? I asked myself that question, and I'm like, no. Why did you buy this bottle of alcohol if you're not in the right state of mind? Like, it's gonna make your situation worse because you're gonna do something stupid and blame it on being drunk. I mean, that's what like drunk girls do all the time. Like, oh my God, I'm so fucked up. I'm gonna fucking punch this guy in the face and then complain when he punches me back because I'm completely in the right since I'm so fucking drunk. Like, hell no, none of that shit. And I fixed that shit real quick. So you know what I did? I took that bottle, I opened it up, I went to the backyard and poured that shit in the grass. Yep. I'm like, yeah, I don't care. I just wasted it. But like, I was a life lesson, bro. If you don't have the habits before you're in a hard situation, do not develop bad habits when you're in it, because that will impair your judgment, bro. Like, big time. And I can't tell you how many times I've seen that shit. And I'm like, I don't deal with my problems like that. Nobody that I knew growing up dealt with their problems by drinking. Nobody did. Like, my dad like bashed that shit like to the ground. He's like, I don't drink, because I would see everybody around him drink. My mom would have a sip of wine sometimes, like get a little tipsy with her friends. My aunt would, like, you know, get tipsy sometimes. My dad would literally never drink ever, bro. I never saw him with alcohol. Like, even as I got older, I'm like, Dad, why don't you drink? He's like, I just don't, man. There's no reason to. I mean, I have fun. I don't need to have something in my system to have fun. And that right there, bro, maybe that's like having a good father figure in your life or some shit. But like, I'm like, damn, I mean, it's not that I bash alcohol, bro. Obviously I drink socially, but I do not, if there's an ounce of fucked upness in my body, dude, like if I'm in a down mood, if I'm sad about something or if I'm stressing about something, I don't drink. I'm like, I can't drink. And then people will be like, oh yeah, like, you know, come on, man, just one drink. I'm like, nope, I can't, because I already feel a certain way. I'm not about to amplify that. Alcohol just amplifies whatever state you are currently in. So if you're angry and you have aggressive thoughts and you drink, prepare to fight somebody, because that's what's about to happen. If you're sad and you're crying and you have like some unhealthy thoughts going on, like, you know, upstairs, and you start drinking, guess what, man? You might need to, you know, fucking turn off the radio and hope Kurt Cobain isn't on or some shit, because I mean, it might be a real rough night, bro. I mean,
so you hear Kurt Cobain.
Yo,
Kurt Cobain in combination with drugs. Anyway, which drugs? It's a bad combination.
Hell yeah, bro. I mean, you know what happened to him? Like, he's no longer with us. So yeah, I'm just saying, like, I'm not gonna develop a bad habit, especially around a situation. And then I'm like, bro. Then I felt empowered, because I'm confident as fuck. Like, I can make it through anything. And I remember I told that to the people involved in my situation. I'm like, dude, I don't care what you throw at me. Nothing will defeat somebody that works hard. If you work hard and you work smart too, you can't be beat. You literally can't. Like, you'll take your fair share of L's, right? But if you have a W mentality, bro, you can't lose. You literally can't. Like, you're optimistic. You work hard. people can, if anything, it's almost like I'm not gonna dive into this too deep. I'm not trying to get lost in the sauce, but I'm just saying, like, when people talk about slavery and shit like that, I'm like, bro, low key, like, the people, like the slave masters were breeding slaves. Like, they made them strong as fuck. They took the strongest slaves and bred them together, and then they were strong. They bred with stronger slaves, and then they kept getting strong. And they're like, man, why are black people so freaking strong, man? And I'm like, well, what happens when you breed two swole ass cows together, bro? Like, their babies are gonna be fucking ripped out of their goddamn mind. Like, I mean, like, funny thing is, the baby doesn't ever have to be involved in anything physical ever. But if it came to it, if you took a baseline baby cow, you know, that had two swole ass parents, and then you take like two regular cows that had, you know, a baby and stuff, chances are the baby that had great genetics is gonna fuck the other baby up. Like, literally, if they get
evolution, baby.
Yeah. I'm just saying, I'm like, damn, chief. Like, I mean, all that to say, man, like, all these situations, like, you're almost like strengthening somebody when you give them a more difficult situation to deal with. And
yeah,
you know,
absolutely.
I feel like if people take that mentality, you can't be beat. But a lot of people do fall victim to, there's victim blaming and shit now, like, oh my god, like, I'm a victim, you know, blah blah blah, like, this is my story. I'm like, okay, I don't care. I literally, and I it took me a while to get to that point, and I know it sounds insensitive, but I'm like, what are you gonna do about it? Like, what are you gonna do about it? Be objective. Like, yeah, cool, tell me your story. I like that shit. Like, I told mine, obviously, you know, but do something about it. Like, what are you actively doing while you're telling this story? Like, I'm sitting on my couch feeling bad for myself, you know, waiting for somebody to give me something. Nah, man, you gotta do something. Like, work some jobs.
You know that this is the life is a little bit like a intoxication, you know.
Yes.
But not in that way. It's like if you have intoxication and you need an anti-toxication, what do you need for this? The toxication.
Yeah.
So if you want a positive life, what you need? A bad life.
Yes.
Because without a bad life, you cannot detect the good life, you know?
Yeah, exactly.
So you need minimum once the low point in your life where you're saying, okay, now it's enough.
Yes.
I have to stand up on my feet. I have to go forward, and that's it. This point you need, or you never grown up.
I swear. I couldn't agree with you more, bro. Literally, like, if you go through your whole life and it's easy, bro, you will, like, you're shooting yourself in the foot. Like, and I did not realize how, bro, and I think we're in a generation now where, like, a lot of people, at least I'll say, at least for America, I can say it for a fact, maybe it's globally, but I know, like, there's that mentality. Parents are like, I don't want my kids to grow up the way I grew up, you know, like, that's the big mentality. Like, I don't want them to grow up the way I grew up. Like, it was hard for me. I don't want them to ever struggle the way I did. So what do parents do? They buy their kids all these expensive things. They make sure that they're in the best schools, they're in the best programs. I'm not saying don't do that for your kids, but they literally give their kids no, like, pushback at all. Like, whatever the kid asks for is theirs. So then these kids grow up and they're entitled. They're like, oh, you won't believe what just happened. I went to Whole Foods the other day and I asked them if I can get 50% off on my entire grocery order. They asked me if I had a coupon. I said no. You should just do it out of the kindness of your heart. And you know what they told me? They told me no. They told me we need to cancel that cashier. Cancel her. Get her fired. I'm like, no, that's not how it works, bro. Like, what? Hell no. Like, and bro, we have cultivated a culture of that entitlement. And the funny thing is, I was like that. I was like that as a kid. I know what that was like. I remember that feeling, bro. Like, I thought my parents were obligated to get me what I wanted, like, when I was little, because they always got me what I wanted when I was little. And as I got older, obviously things got a lot harder because my parents were, like, getting on me about that type of shit. And I'm like, damn. And then obviously when they got on me, I was like, oh, you know, rebellious and stuff like that because I didn't get what I wanted. But I'm telling you, man, like, you throw a couple life events in your life and it puts you in fight or flight mode, you will either sink or swim. And that's that simple, bro. Like, and I'm glad the number one thing I can tell good parenting does is it helps your filter. We all have filters as people. We understand what's good information and what bad information is. That is what good parenting will do. It won't do anything else but that. Like, it will allow you to decide who is a good person or who is a person you should listen to for the most part, who is a person you shouldn't listen to for the most part. What advice should you take? What advice shouldn't you take? You know, from good parenting, because obviously, like, you're like, oh, well, people are listening to the wrong advice. I mean, you got to think, like, how are their parents? You know, like, when their parents gave them advice, did their parents give them any advice? Did they guide them at all into any direction? And if they did, I mean, I know my parents gave me, like, I learned the hard way, obviously, but I learned something from that shit. I'm like, oh, okay, cool. Like, I can't, like, go through life asking for handouts. I gotta fucking grind. And it's, bro, and I think that's what separates the 1%, the rich people and shit, from, like, people who don't have a lot. Because the people who don't have a lot, who stay in that position, who refuse to move, don't have the motivation to get up there. Because, bro, I see stories all the time of, like, people from Africa that were, like, enslaved and shit recently, you know, like, within the last, like, decade. Yeah, like, the last decade. Because slavery's still a thing. It's enslaved, like, recently. Obviously, they got rescued from, like, you know, by the United States and like, the UK and stuff like that. Because they still do infiltration missions to shut that shit down. But
yeah,
I hear stories about that shit, and then these people come over to the United States, take advantage of everything that they're offered. They get a master's degree in school. They go through the whole education system. They work as doctors. They give back, obviously. Like, they work in professions where they're able to provide some value back to the countries that help them out. Like, it's dope, you know. And I feel like that's pretty cool, but I don't know, man. It might be too real for some people, man. Like, they're like, oh no, man, look at what he's talking about, man. Fucking. No, it's too real, man. Like, I'm sorry that this conversation went, like, in a completely different direction. I thought it was pretty cool, though, in a way, but
everything is fine. Everything's fine. I like that.
It's just, you know, I know that, like, we're all going through stuff, man. I mean, it's gonna.
A good conversation is the same like the life. You cannot plan all this.
That's true. That's true.
Yeah.
Yeah. Before,
like, there's a lot of things in life you just, like, can't control, and they're just in your way.
Yeah.
Well, one thing I wanted to say, you know how you're talking about, like a lot of kids having the mentality of being, like, obligated to, like, getting things from their parents.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, my dad was, like, the exact opposite with me, and I think I know why. It's because his dad was a damn German.
Oh.
and like his dad had gone through some shit because, like, his family. Basically, I think I told this to some other people in the Discord, but basically, he came, like, to America when he was 5 years old, right?
Mm-hmm.
And he came here from Germany, and his family was basically running away from Hitler.
Oh shit!
It was before the wars actually started, though. But they, like, you know, they could tell he was nationalist and stuff when he was elected as a chancellor.
Damn.
So they came to America, and it's like. Well, this is actually one of the reasons I learned German is because I want to, like, respect my what do you call it? My ancestry, and also my grandfather, because he forgot all of his German by the time he was, like, 12 years old or something, because he was, like, 5 when he came to America.
Oh, damn.
And so he didn't get to, like, you know, like, by the time he was, like, before he died, he barely remembered, like, any of his first language. And I also remember, like, reading an article once that said, like, you have to like learn, you have to have had your first language, like, halfway through, like, your teen years or something to remember it for the rest of your life. But he'd only had it till he was 5, so he forgot it by the time he was, like, he actually died from cancer, like, a couple of years ago.
Oh, fuck.
So, I mean, it kind of sucks because, like, I just feel like he would be, like, so proud of me now because. I just like honor the ancestry and, like, you know, I came to where his original home country was and stuff.
Yeah.
So it kind of sucks in that way. Oh shit, I was gonna say something else. Oh yeah, so something else that I was gonna mention was how you were mentioning how, like, you know, learning a language is, like, a real, like, big journey, you know.
Yes.
And it helps when you're actually in a country that speaks a language, obviously.
Mm-hmm.
But it's like the first time I went to Germany was for 3 weeks. Mm-hmm. It was just in Bavaria, and I just fell in love with it. Ever since I came back to the U.S., all I could think about was Germany, like, every single day.
Going back, you're like, I gotta go back.
Like, yeah, and literally here I am a year later back in Germany because I wanted to go back so badly that I did everything in my power to be able to come back here.
Absolutely, bro.
Like I got like a $2,500 scholarship or something.
Nice.
Literally just for, I literally just like, have you ever heard of Goethe?
Goethe?
I
No.
forget how you pronounce it.
I'm not sure.
Well, it's basically like this really it's like a really big German, like international German, like I don't know what to call it. Like it is a program, but it's basically just like I'm pretty sure it's like a college because I earned the scholarship from Goethe Institute of Denver or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
But literally all I did was I went in there, I talked to a couple of German people,
Mm-hmm.
some like older German folk, and just like spoke to them in German. They're like, oh, well, this guy should get the scholarship, like out of all the people they interviewed. So
Yeah.
I like that was part of the money that I earned for that.
Nice.
But it was like ever since I'd left, I could not stop thinking about coming back.
Hell
Like
yeah.
I remember sitting there at work, like, you know, I was working at like a gas station, like
Mhm.
stocking like the drinks in the back or whatever.
Mhm.
Just I had like my speaker, I was like just jamming out to some German rap back there.
Oh yeah.
All I could think about yeah, all I could think about was that, like, all the time.
That's
And,
awesome, man.
Yeah, so it's, and recently, I was like, I was just like thinking about like all the things I've learned here in terms of like vocabulary.
Mm-hmm.
So like someone was asking about it on Discord. So I was like, okay, I'll like start writing down words that I can remember that I've learned here.
Yeah.
I was like, I posted the list, and then it was like I sent the list of words to them that I could remember that I actually learned in Germany.
Mm-hmm.
And then like even more kept occurring to me, and I'm like holy shit, I have learned so much here, like way more than I would have even realized. So, it's like just, like the words just kept occurring to me. I'm like, oh, I could have wrote this on my list or whatever too. So I think I want to just like sit down one day and just like brainstorm for a couple hours trying to think of everything that I've learned here.
Hell yeah, man. That's
Also,
dope.
this is, I mean, I have like a roof to live under and like a bed and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But I would say this is a little bit of a difficult experience just because this, not only am I in a foreign country, but myself in a foreign country, and I've never lived by myself until I came to Germany.
Oh,
so
okay.
It's the first time ever living by myself in a foreign country.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, like technically right now I'm living like with a host family,
Yeah.
but they're not obligated to feed me anything. They're just like, you know, like I just live with them.
Yeah.
Like his mom, their mom, I can ask to buy me like some food for breakfast, but that's pretty much it.
Oh dang.
But it's just like such a journey, and I have like so many, like just so many like cool, like crazy stories about it.
Hell
Like
yeah, man.
I can't wait to go back to the US, literally just for the fact to tell people like all the things that I've like learned, or like all the stories that have happened to me, or like,
Or you can make
things that I
YouTube
went through,
videos and find.
Yes, dude. Yeah, start a YouTube channel, man. I mean, I would definitely like promote the shit out of that. Like, yo, like this is
Definitely.
living vicariously through Nate.
yeah.
James and me, we are your first subscribers.
Hell yeah. Yep. Yeah, for real.
I think I've never even thought about doing that before, but one thing I think is really cool is like me personally, I've never like met someone who's had as much motivation as me to learn German, I guess, other than James. To be honest.
Oh, my wife.
Never anyone
Man, my
else.
wife.
Oh, yeah. Wait.
but,
Is she American or is she?
No, she's Mexican.
Oh, okay, damn, okay, look at you,
Una
man.
Latina.
Hey, yeah, you didn't tell me you left with a trophy, man. That's tight. Okay.
Winning hits every day.
That's awesome, man. That's awesome.
Yeah.
You left that out the story completely.
Yeah, because like you said that you went to Mexico, but But I didn't remember you saying anything about a wife before that.
You know, when he said for 4 years, I should have clicked right there, man. I'm like, that's something don't seem right. I'm like, you could
I
have
was
not.
honestly hoping when I came to Germany, I would find a wife so I could marry her and become a citizen automatically.
Oh yeah.
So far, it hasn't happened.
I can tell you, German people are there. I mean, may you saw that also from James, the video about the stereotypes and what the German people thinking about Americans.
Mm-hmm.
I guess that many people just scared about Americans just because of the history.
Scared? Why?
Are physically more bigger than us.
Oh.
I don't mean fat. So generally, physically, they are bigger because we are like, how I said, we are like Steve Urkels and stuff. We are tall or we are small, but we're mostly really, you know, in everything. The streets are smaller, like in generally America, also in Mexico, the streets are bigger.
True.
And everything. So
yeah,
and we don't have also these stereotypes about US. We watch a lot of American movies from Hollywood and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And for me especially, but for many other people, is that after they made the high school, they want to go to US.
Oh, know? Shit! Hell yeah.
Au pair or stuff like that, or for what Nate is doing in Germany.
Yeah.
So they want to go to US or to Australia. These both countries are the most favorite countries for Germans. You know.
I think that's like
for me also.
Oh,
and then what I wanted to say right now, I lost my point. Fuck.
Du hast den Faden verloren.
Ich hab den Faden verloren, genau.
In English, it means you've lost your train of thought.
How did you say that?
Ich hab den Faden verloren.
Can you say that slower, please?
Ich habe den Faden
Ich habe den Faden
verloren.
Ich habe den Faden verloren.
Sehr gut.
Ja, ich habe den Faden verloren.
Genau.
Yeah. It's funny because I sorry.
Damn.
I learned this. It's cool because like at this university I got like a language partner basically.
Yeah.
And I meet with her like once every week, and basically it's supposed to last an hour, sometimes lasts longer than an hour. But basically what we do is half the time we speak English, half the time we speak German, and the whole time when we're speaking one of the languages, like I as a native speaker, when we're speaking English, I'll correct her, and then when we're speaking German, she'll correct me.
Yeah.
So I think it's really cool because it helps me, like, you know, like she can pick out like her or we can pick out like little like nitpicky things and say like, hey, should say this and not that, and you know, it like makes you sound more like a native speaker after you're corrected. You're like, oh hey, well now I can say like this in the future and won't mess that up again, you know?
Hell yeah, that makes sense. That's tight. Yeah. That's bro. I'm trying to like. Honestly, like, I'm glad I have you guys, man. Like, I'm gonna be obviously I'm pretty much in the Discord almost every day at some point in the day. It's random times, but I will master this language, bro. Like, I haven't been like as persistent with using the app as I normally am, but I think I make up for that when I like look at German videos and stuff like that. That's I think why I've been making more German videos than ever. People are asking like, why are you doing German videos so much? I mean, because I feel like if I'm not keeping myself accountable with at least like training on the app, I can at least like watch German content. If I hear it, like I'm an auditory and visual kind of guy. If I hear enough German stuff, bro, I've reacted to a shit ton of German music, like YouTubers, bro. I think like hitting home would be the YouTubers, because I mean everybody, like I told you, has respect for YouTubers and stuff like that. I watch YouTube all the time, so bro, in my free time I watch a lot of German YouTubers, and then I start picking up on little phrases and stuff, like I was saying in the video with the Enscope thing, and phrases, words, and I'm like, oh, when he says heute, he means today. Like that makes sense because he uses it like this. That makes a lot of sense. And then like if he says Liebe, I'm pretty sure that means love or some shit. Like, oh, I love this, blah blah, I love that. Like, it's gotta, like, it makes sense how it flows together, and then you're able to kind of identify other words. It's almost like listening to a puzzle in a way. It's like, okay, cool, what are they saying, you know? And then eventually you're like, all right, cool. Now, as you're learning German and you're learning how to speak it, you can pick up on what people are saying when they're at a conversational tone, so you don't have to say, yo, can you say that slower, can you say that slower, like you've heard so many times in like YouTube videos, movies, commercials, like in German, that now you can pick it out when like people are talking on the street, even with different dialects. That's why like people are asking me, bro, why listen to music you don't understand, bro, why like, and like music is a whole nother element, because you can appreciate the flows, the melodies, whatever.
Absolutely.
I mean, like
exactly.
That's what
For
I do.
me,
But
it's like the main reason I even listen to music. I mean, okay, part of it is for the lyrics, but I would say like at least 70% of it is just because it sounds cool. Like, I don't listen to it to know what they're saying necessarily.
Yeah, it sounds
like,
cool as fuck.
Like, okay,
yeah, I'm guilty.
Same here, bro. Same here. There's a song by the Serbian rapper that I'm pretty good friends with, Mike MC. There's a song I listen to all the time. It's called Duh. It's just called Duh. If you type in Mike MC Duh, bro, that shit, I don't know why. I listen to it at least once a day. No lie, bro. Once a day. Because that shit goes hard as fuck. I remember when he told me about the music videos, like, yo, I have a video dropping soon, blah, blah, blah. Like, it's going to be crazy. Like, I'm filming it right now. Because what was so inspirational to me is this man edits, produces, records his own music himself. He does it all from his computer, all of it. Like, he can rap like the Rap God verse from Eminem faster than Eminem. He like in English.
Oh shit.
Yes, I have a video on YouTube I can link you where somebody recorded one of the live streams I had on my Instagram. It has like 60,000 views on this other YouTube channel. I'm like, damn, I didn't know we were doing that. That's pretty cool. But yeah. He's rapping the Eminem Rap God like, you know, verses faster than Eminem, bro, faster than Eminem, and perfectly, doesn't miss a beat. Like, I'm like, god damn, like that shit's intense. But what was super crazy to me is like he was producing bangers, bro, from his room, and now he's famous as fuck in Serbia. Like, that's crazy. I mean, he stayed in Germany for a while and whatnot, but he makes like, bro, he makes really good music. So I'm like, damn, like I listen to a lot of his stuff. But yeah, like I'm saying, like with YouTubers and stuff, like, I mean, at that point we're like, why are you listening to our YouTubers? Why are you watching our YouTubers when you don't understand anything they're saying? And then that's almost like a good segue to say, oh yeah, you're right, I'll just, you know, stay in my lane. Fuck out of here. No, I'm listening to you guys' stuff because I'm trying to learn German. Because when you guys start talking shit, I want to be able to talk shit back. I'm like, listen, man, big dick. Okay. I mean, like, on some real shit though, I want to be able to understand people and hold a conversation, because I know, bro, like my mentality is like, I have so much respect for Germany and other countries because they make it a part of their curriculum to at least learn English. And I feel like such a piece of shit when I travel to countries and I don't even attempt to learn their language. Like Korea, I'm not gonna lie, man. The only words I learned was annyeonghaseyo and kansamida, like I'm like, and then ne and a couple other things. Like if I wanted to, like, hey, like, you know, tell somebody they were beautiful, I learned a couple little words and phrases there too. But that's it. I'm like, oh hey, you know, you look cute, like blah blah blah. But that was it. I didn't really have to do all that because, you know, it came at me. But I'm just saying, like, I didn't learn as much as I could have, and they knew English really well. I mean, like, except for the guys didn't give three fucks about that, but the girls definitely knew English. Like, oh hi, I'm like, oh shit, what's up, blah blah. But like literally with other countries, I have such a respect for that. So going to Germany, what I want to do different this time around, I want to go there, and just like how your story was motivational, Nate. I remember we talked, and you were saying that like it was cool because you're able to like approach, you know, some big people and stuff like that, and you were confident, like you were confident speaking German, like talking and holding a conversation in German, because bro, people are already shy to talk to people they don't know. So talking to people you don't know in a language you don't really like use on a normal basis is even crazier. So I wanted to practice the same thing when I get out to Germany. So
and also not just like people in general, but also girls. I was like, oh, she's cute.
That is, for an example, when I went before I went to Mexico, I lived in Spain. Yeah. And in Spain, for an example, I didn't understood any word. I didn't make any class because I left for the job to Spain. Mm-hmm. And so I had no class, and I started class in a language academy for the first 2 months just, and then I stopped it because I had no time and it was too expensive and stuff. Mm-hmm. And then finally in Spain, my colleagues were just German. I have to talk in German at work. And so finally, when we had free time, I was at home. Or I was out with my colleagues. So the whole time just speaking German. Then I switched to Mexico. In Mexico, I was just speaking German and English with who can speak English, but because not everyone from the Mexican can speak English.
Yeah.
So finally, it was like it was like in a there is a movie, Antonio Banderas.
Yeah.
It calls 12 Warriors, where he is with or the 12th warrior, where he is with guys with the Vikings from Norway, to find a princess. So, and he's sitting on a firework with all these guys, and they are speaking in the Vikings language.
Nice.
And he didn't understand any words.
Yeah.
And then piece by piece, he understood one word by next, and then finally he understood everything. And that was for me in Mexico exactly the same.
Yeah.
They were speaking in Spain. They were speaking really fast Spanish.
Fast as
in Mexico, fast as fuck, really. And then in Mexico they have dialect. So piece by piece, I understood more and more and more. That finally I talked with the kids at work in Spanish, and my colleagues all the time. Hein, you have to speak in German, not in Spanish. They have to learn German because that was a German school. So I married my wife in my third year, and in my third year. So like this. So I was talking with my new family all the time in Spanish.
Nice.
And then my mother-in-law, she's speaking so fast. Sometimes I'm thinking like, stop, please.
Like, yo, you talk.
They use dialect words where I have no idea. You don't find them in any dictionary, neither in Google Translator. So I was learning all these slang words too. And then finally, right now, I came back to Germany.
Yeah.
And then I was thinking about German words, and I was thinking like, how does it called in German? And I knew that word in Spanish.
Yeah, exactly. So you're like,
I forgot my language a bit and know more from Spanish, you know?
Because it all boils down to like what you use more. And I mean, if your most recently used language is like, you know, Spanish, man, like you might start forgetting a few things. Like I'm noticing now, man, when I spell things now, I start fucking up my words, bro. If I try to spell like vortex, instead of using V, I'll use W now, and I'm like, fuck. I'm like, Jesus Christ. And then like even umlauts, bro. Like I'm trying to like, you know, I feel like I still need some practice with that, but like some words I'll accidentally pronunciate some words with an umlaut that don't even need it, bro. I'm like, oh shit, like, I need to calm the hell down. But yeah, like all that to say, I'm gonna have to leave in a little bit because I got to get ready for work. But yeah, man, like I definitely I want to learn German, like obviously, so because I feel like people have such a they have a different level of respect for you when not only you're a tourist in their country, but you're making the effort to learn their language. If I'm like, you know, I'm oh, James is in our country, blah, blah, blah. Oh, hey, like everybody's talking to me in English, and like, you know, and that's great. And they're like, oh, the fact that I'm even meeting with people that follow me would be awesome. But I think it would set everybody over the edge if I start speaking German. They'll be like, oh my God, oh, like fucking crazy, like, oh shit. Because
that makes many people shy to speak, also especially German people, to make shy to speak with Americans or with guys from England to speak in English, because they have this the fear that the people that the native speaker laugh about them because their English is no perfect. But nobody would laugh about them. I would neither laugh about any foreigner who tried to speak German. I would appreciate that they try. Yeah. Because I know how difficult it is.
Hell yeah.
And that's like, you don't even have to speak fluently. It's like as long as you're putting in the effort, it sets you apart from every other tourist. As long as you're trying, you know.
Yeah. Bro, nothing pisses me off more than like I hate to say it, bro. I've already told this story a million times, but American tourists piss me the hell off. The typical American tourist, because they're like, oh my God, like you gotta speak. They don't even say English; they say American. They're like, speak American. We're in America. You speak American. I'm like, shut the fuck up. God damn! I'm like, where you guys got a customary baseball bat I can use really quick? Because I need to put this person out their damn misery. Like, they're over here spreading all this damn ignorance, bro. Like, come on now. I don't want everybody from other countries to think that, you know, like we're all like that. Now, I will say this. I am not gonna lie, and maybe you can co-sign this or not. Somebody was in my comment section the other day. Not in my comment section. They're actually in, like, I was looking at another like YouTuber that does like reactions to Italian music, and they're like, unfortunately in Italy, You know, people apparently are openly racist and stuff like that. Not everybody, but it's becoming more culturally acceptable to do that shit. I had an experience in Korea with an Italian family. I did, actually, bro. And it was actually kind of fucked up, but I don't talk about it because I did make a big deal about it. So I was waiting in line at this place. It was like to get like a Korean dessert and stuff. And there was an Italian family. They weren't speaking German. I know that. And they like blonde family, blonde hair, blue eye, whatever. Like, and I'm like, okay, cool. And they were, I don't know, like they were speaking a different language. It sounded like it looked like they were from. Like, I'm pretty sure they were Italian, but it was crazy, man. Because like I said, I was waiting in line, and as soon as the person in front of me was done ordering their food, they got their dessert. I went to go step up, and this whole family, bro, walked around me, cut me off, and like started ordering the food like I didn't exist. And I tapped the guy on the shoulder. I'm like, hey, like what the fuck? And he like literally like pushed me out the way and kept ordering his food. And I'm like, oh, it's like that.
Wow.
You're trying to get stole off of in front of everybody. What? Like, okay, like let's make it happen. No, I'm kidding. Like I just felt like, I'm like, damn, bro, it's like that. Like, holy shit. Now I have a friend that's living in Italy right now, man, and I'm not gonna lie, bruh. Like, it is a beautiful country, has amazing people and stuff like that. And I by no means mean everybody's like this, but some of the stories are true, unfortunately.
It's funny because I have Italian friends in Germany actually, because they're also like studying German here and studying some, you know, they have majors, but I don't. But it's like that, you know, I wouldn't expect any of them to be racist like the Italians I know. It's kind of weird to hear that.
Do you know the fun fact is that the Italians were the first foreigners who came to Germany in the history?
Really? Oh, you know, they actually,
I didn't know that.
They migrated over to America too.
The first one.
Then
came the Turkish guys, and then
who didn't migrate to America, honestly?
Yeah, because like think about New York. New York's primary population out there is Italians, bro. Like they got like the Italian mafia and shit, man. Like the mob and shit, like the Robert De Niro types. I'm not, like I said, I once again don't think everybody in Italy or even most of the people are like that. I just feel like you know, there was a statement made in the comment section, and I'm like, damn, it kind of jogged a memory really quick. And I'm like, I wasn't even in Italy, bro. I was in Korea, and I had an encounter that was very messed up. But
that's so funny. That is so funny to see all the time. You know, like every country has their own foreigner. When you say that like this, in the US, you're saying in the US is a bad example because it's so big.
Oh yeah,
in New York you have the Italians, in Boston you have the Irish, and in California I guess you have the Hispanic. But in Europe, is it like in Germany the most popular foreigners are the Turkish guys. In England the most populous are the Pakistanis and the Indian guys. In French are the African guys.
Mm-hmm.
In Spain are the Albanian. No, not the Albanian. Here also the North African guys. Here Moroccan and Algerians and stuff.
Yeah.
So that is so funny that in every country, also in these countries, in Algerian, for example, are the Spanish guys. Of course, everything is closed, but that is funny to see that every country has the same, I wouldn't say that problems, but the same, like, no routine neither, but the same situation, you know? You have a special country in your country with who you have to live.
Yeah, we have the same general problems, man. And we're all human at the end of the day. And I feel like we kind of divorce ourselves from reality and the fact that, like, you know, we do go through the same things just because we speak a different language or we wear different clothes or have a different dialect or different, like, you know, way of carrying ourselves. It just boils down to, like, bro, like, different location, same situation. You know what I'm saying? Like, very, very, like, it's very fundamental. And I feel like people forget that shit. But I don't know. That's like I said, it goes back to me wanting to know more about the culture. And I know I get new messages every day. I mean, I know people. I feel like YouTube is putting my videos in recommended now, because I think I'm not gonna lie, bro, like, it does seem like I've been getting more subs lately, I guess, like, and I'm like, oh, that's cool. And I haven't really been, I guess I have been paying attention, but not paying attention closely, because I normally try to pay attention more to the people sending me messages. So I'm like, all right, cool, let me try to see if I can respond to these guys or whatever. And people are very like receptive, man. I really appreciate the fact that people are trying to help me learn German. Like what it feels like is like I'm like falling, falling, but people are like extending their hands to catch me and like, hey, like we're gonna help you up and like, get you on our level and stuff so you can speak the language with us. And it's dope. I appreciate that shit. And it's, if anything, that is what's motivating me to do this even more. I'm like, I mean, you guys have like most of you guys don't I mean, all you guys don't know me personally, so I feel like like the fact that you guys are so accepting of the fact that I'm learning this language is pushing me even farther to learn the language. Now, Serbia does the same thing. Like, they're very supportive of me learning that language as well. So I'm gonna
please never stop, James, because I can tell you I was in the same situation before I went to Mexico, so it's just another location,
Absolutely, it takes time.
How you said, another location, but the same general problem.
Yeah, same situation. Yep. So, different location, same situation. Hell yeah, bro. Hell yeah. That's all it is, bro. And I'm gonna commit to it, man. Like, not changing up. And like, I hope that along the way we get like, more people and stuff that like kind of like vibe with it and everything, man. That would be really cool.
I just gotta warn you though about something, James.
Yeah.
It's something good, but like, so like my story, how I was saying the first time I came to Germany, I just fell in love and wanted to come back after that.
Yeah.
Like the fact that you already seem like you're in love with Germany, you're not even in Germany yet. I feel like it's really hard.
Definitely.
So like by the time you leave, you're gonna want to come back immediately as well.
I guess the best for you, James, is when you come to Germany directly on the first day, you rent a department.
Yo, facts. I have a house over there and stuff.
How Nate said, when you are in love right now soon, and then you come to Germany, you are masturbating directly on the first day just about the country.
It's so like, beautiful!
Look at my expectations.
They don't have AC in their houses. The rumors are true. Yes. The sausages are actually real. Oh, okay.
and then you are standing on a trash and burn your passport. And not fly back.
No, I can't leave.
You have to go back, Mr. Bray. I'm sorry, I don't have passport. I'm a refugee right now. I love Germany. It's okay. Stay here.
Yeah, man. Literally, it's crazy. Like, I definitely can't wait. I cannot wait. The vlogs are gonna be lit. Trust me. And I have a real the friend that I'm traveling with, dude. He's a funny dude, man. He's a funny dude. So they're gonna be interesting, man. It'll be like a Connor Sullivan, Silas Nacita 0.0, bro, in a way. But and my own take, obviously, because it'll be my own experience. So I'm gonna have so much fun. I already know. I'm just preparing for it because I know there's a lot of things in my life right now that want to stop that from happening, but I am literally not gonna allow it. Which is why, like, my goal for this year, and I know it sounds wild, and I know you might be like, here we go. But my goal, bro, I honestly want to see if I can get one video. That's why I'm trying to come up with like some randomly creative videos to hit over 1 million views. Because I've seen like a lot of YouTube channels do that. I think it'd be really cool. So I'm trying to do something. I was going to think of like one of the video ideas I had was like driving through like random drive-throughs and trying to order food in German, and like obviously the people are gonna be like, what the fuck? So I think that would be funny as hell. Like just random prank videos and stuff, or like something that ties into like Europe or whatever, because I need to like continue learning the language, and if the more I incorporate that, like I'm gonna become like more obsessed, and it's gonna get crazy. So then you're like, oh, it's that crazy American guy that likes Germany so much. Oh, there he is. Like, so yeah, man. I really appreciate you guys like doing this with me and stuff like that. Unfortunately, I am kind of pressed for time. I gotta go. Damn, this is a long ass podcast. I'm not cutting out any of it too. So people want to watch it all the way through, they can, and if not, that's cool too. But one more thing before we leave, because I kind of wanted to throw this in the title as well, so it's not clickbait. They can wait till the end of this damn podcast. Alman. Tell me, what do you know about Alman in like a really short explanation, because I gotta go in like 5 minutes. Like
Alman,
like the traditional German, I guess people say. Alman.
Yeah. So, well, obviously I'm American, but like I speak German, and it's like Alman to me is like someone who's like extremely stereotypically German, basically.
Yeah.
And it's funny because Alman originally comes from Turkish, I think, and it literally just means German.
Yeah.
In, like a German person in Turkish.
What's a German? It means a traditional German person.
Yeah, and it's like, I'm pretty sure it just came from that because of the Turkish refugees that are here. That's my guess anyway, but I'm not 100% sure.
That makes sense.
I have to tell you, shame about myself. I was too long in Mexico. I have no fucking idea who the fuck is Alman.
Oh shit! That's a first, man. Well, I mean, if you get some people in the comment section going like, "What is he? Is he German?
I know that.
Is he faking it?"
Yeah, that's possible that they have doubts right now. But I know that Alman means slang, but Alman, a Turkish guy, I don't know who he is.
Oh damn!
there's actually
a short fun fact is that when I came back to Germany from Mexico, I was thinking like, "Oh fuck, you changed yourself, but nothing changed right here."
Yeah.
But now when you come right now with Alman, I have the feeling that everything changed.
Yeah, I was like, oh shit.
Shit, my theory is damaged. Fuck, James, what have you done with me?
Because I keep hearing like other Germans use it, like Alman, like, oh, he's Alman. Like,
no, I have no idea.
Like
maybe I'm more. Maybe I'm more Dutchman than I have expected.
One example they use, it's like, oh yeah, man, like I was watching a video, like, you know, people crossing the street, and they're like, yeah, like one big thing, like, you know, common in Germany, man, everybody's in other people's business, and somebody's like, Alman. I'm like, what do you mean? Like, is that like Snitch 9 or some shit? They're like, well, I mean, kinda, sorta, but like the traditional German, like people are like kind of like, you know, they see you do something like, you know, messed up, they'll go to the police, bro. Oh, like, damn, it's like that. Like, yeah, man, I saw this guy, like, he was jaywalking like 20 minutes ago, man. He's gone now, but like when you see him again, he always crosses this street. Like, you know, like, damn, that's some shady ass shit, bro. That's worse than CCTV in Korea. And that's why nobody does shit over there, because they're always being recorded. So damn. But it's all good. I'm just joshing or whatever. I do have to go though, unfortunately. I'm so sorry, guys. Like, I want to do this more often though.
Everything is fine. It's 4 o'clock in the morning.
Oh shit.
Yeah. It's funny because like I have a class tomorrow, but I stayed up because it was such a good conversation, to be honest.
Oh hell yeah, man. And I guess you'll see this posted up tomorrow if I don't post anything else, to be honest.
Yeah.
Well,
I have more luck. I have to work at 6 o'clock in the afternoon, so everything fine.
Oh.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah, man.
I was just gonna say, like one other thing about Alman. It's kind of random, but
yeah.
You know, Braygang Kollega's album, J.B.2 or JBG3. In one of their songs, actually, like the song is called Düsseldorfer, but like one of the very first lines in that song, it says Alman. It's like I'm trying to remember the line really quick. It's kind of a funny line because I'm not even 100% sure what they mean by it, but it's like it's like Deutsche Rap bedeutet Fischverkäufer spürt Gewaltverbrecher, doch dabei ist wie Hitler der übelste Allmann ever. And it's like
the biggest joke.
It's I'm not 100% sure like how they mean it, but so like Deutsche Rap bedeutet Fischverkäufer spürt Gewaltverbrecher. Deutsche rapper, obviously German
it's
rapper.
Like fish sailor.
Like, and then it says German rapper means that someone who sells fish is a violent criminal, is what the first thing says. and then it says basically, but that makes him basically like Hitler, who was the most evil German ever, or something like that. Is what it basically means. So I'm kind of wondering, like, what do they actually mean by this? I don't know.
Yeah, that Hitler was like the biggest joke and stuff, and that I guess that is.
Do you remember that?
I guess it's a diss track against anyone, and he's comparing this guy with Hitler and guy who sells fish.
Oh damn, that's crazy, man. Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah, I guess I remember that. Düsseldorf was exactly a diss track against another rapper.
Yeah, German rapper.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I guess I remember that Düsseldorf was exactly a diss track against another rapper.
Oh shit.
Yeah,
Okay.
literally every single one of their songs on that album is a diss track. Or, that's my favorite song out of the album, anyway, in my opinion. But
Yeah, I gotta
yeah,
check that
I
out.
would love to see you react to some of those songs you've never heard before, like in a live stream before, James. So
Oh yeah,
that's why I was
yeah.
just wondering what the next live stream was.
Oh, definitely. This
There's
week for sure.
a lot
Oh,
of their songs are like bangers, but they don't have like music videos to go with them. So
oh, that's fine. That's fine. That's totally fine. I've done that before, especially with Jizz's music. I'll listen to like those audio tracks and shit, and even Flair. There was a track. It was like Shirin Bay or whatever, and like I'm like, I'll listen to it. I don't care, and it sounded good. I'm like, damn, like. But he was getting a little graphic though. I'm like, okay, Chief. I know you like her, but damn, like all the little things you said you're gonna do to her and stuff, man. Like, I mean, that's supposed to be stuff you keep in your head, bro. And Buddy was like spilling the beans. I'm like, okay. I mean, plastic is plastic, but it feels a little different when you turn the lights off. But I guess on that note, I do have to go. I have 30 minutes to get ready and skedaddle, man.
okay.
But thank you guys so much for participating, and hopefully we can do way more things like that, or like more podcasts like this. If these go like well received and stuff, I might do these every week. But people are like, oh, every other week. So I'll try the every other week, because normally they do pretty decent and stuff like that, and more people want to get involved. And for anybody watching this, because I am not about to cut to my other screen, that is too much work. Fucking just make sure you guys like follow the link in the description down below. There is a Discord link, and you can join the Bray Gang. As you can see, all the members are on the right hand side of the screen, and the people that I'm chatting with are on the left hand side of the screen. And this is normally how my Twitch setup is set up as well. So if you guys want to follow me on Twitch, the link is also in the description down below. Thank you guys so much for watching. This was an incredibly long podcast, but hopefully you guys listened all the way through. There was a lot of words of wisdom that we all dropped today, man, especially from you guys. And we learned a lot.
You.
So thank you guys so much. Seriously, I appreciate it.
Yeah, no problem. Thanks for letting us chat.
Hey, you're welcome, and thank you for having me here.
Anytime, man. Well, I'm gonna go. I'll talk to you guys later.
All right, thanks, man.
All right, man.
See you.
Yeah,
Peace.
thanks.
All right, guys, that's pretty much it. And until the next time I see your beautiful faces again, take care. Peace. Hey, what's up? Did you guys subscribe to the channel? Did you subscribe to the channel? Well, if you haven't, make sure you do that. Also, we do have a Discord. The Discord link is always going to be in the description down below on any of my videos, and it's dope. What we do on Discord is pretty simple. A lot of you guys I'm collecting you guys from a bunch of different countries, a bunch of different places, and you guys want to teach me a whole bunch of stuff. You guys can join the Discord and teach me anything. You can send me any kind of messages and stuff. You can actually post memes. You could participate in the community and just make friends. Just go ahead and join the Discord and see what kind of situation you're getting into for yourself. Also, there's going to be some giveaways in the future. There's going to be some giveaways, but to create some incentive for that, I need you guys to follow me on Instagram. Are you guys following me on Instagram? You know what my Instagram looks like? Probably don't know what my Instagram name is. It's right there. Just go ahead and check it out. It's dope. Just follow me on Instagram. I do live streams every day. I try to, engage with you guys in every way possible. I know not a lot of creators are very engaging with their fan base. I try to be engaging. So just go ahead and check it out. There's no harm, no foul. Follow me on Twitter too. I honestly am trying to grow my Twitter, but I don't really post that often on there. But when I do, you guys will be the first to see whatever post those will be. You know what I'm saying? Now, if you guys want shout outs or whatever, I don't know, we have a lot of upcoming independent artists that have been hitting me up as of late. I might create a series where I favor my international independent artists and stuff, and I might promote you guys for free, but it might just be 1 or 2 a week, and you guys can give me some feedback on that. But all to say, follow me on my social medias. All right, if you guys aren't doing that already, you need to do that, because that's a pretty big deal. I'll see you guys later, but enjoy the content I create. It's gonna be random reaction videos, a lot of everything. Reaction videos, vlogs, challenges, cooking videos, gaming videos, anything you guys suggest when you join my Discord or message me on Instagram. But I'll see you guys soon. Take care. Follow me. Peace.